Good afternoon, folks. Before we get started, I will be streaming on Twitch Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week. So please go give me a follow on there. For now, check out my second ever Twitch stream here on YouTube. Feel free to drop a like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys over on Twitch on Tuesday. On with the show. Hello and welcome, everybody. I am your humble host, Gavin the Kitty. And today we are streaming on Twitch. I've brought Casey with me.
Hello, everybody.
And Artie with me.
Hello.
What?
Hi. Hi, friendo. How you doing?
Doing all right. Ready for Twitch edition
I was
of
not
Artie.
informed that Artie would be here.
I was.
So why didn't you tell me?
So,
I'm a secret surprise. I'm the secret Mousecatool that's
The
for
mystery
later.
mouse control.
hey,
Yeah, that's me.
so Case,
Hello.
my preview window is not showing anything right now.
Because, what do you mean?
I know it's showing on for you, but it's not for me.
Just use mine, dude.
Okay.
Look.
Sharing is caring.
Alright,
That's
so
why I brought the iPad down.
So chat, this is my first time streaming on Twitch in 2 years.
Continue talking. I'll fix it.
This time around, I am doing my very best to keep everything good and wholesome and everything else. We're going to be uploading this to YouTube right afterwards, so if you're on YouTube and... well, not right afterwards, but it'll be like next week. I've got 3 streams planned for next week as well. So we're going to keep doing this. Also, if you're on YouTube and want to follow me, you can check out, the link will be in the description. It's twitch.tv/GavinDragon2. Go check me out. And with that, let's get into the game. Oh, also, thank you, That Dumb Dog, for following. So,
Hello.
I was about to ask her, are you about to click on Final Fantasy?
no.
It was like Peggle?
For a while. Yeah, let's play Peggle!
Okay,
Peggle.
so let's get into what all this is. So we're playing Megaman Powered Up today. We're using a real PSP for this.
Do I have a PSP story for later?
Oh boy.
Did it fall in that toilet?
So our goal
No.
for the first couple streams is to get affiliated. So if you followed me on YouTube, follow me here. I worked really hard on everything else. We're playing this. So I did new stream assets for this time around. I worked on animation. I have been working on a video game. I have been working on Fursuit, which I'm almost done with that, thank God. And with all things considered, I'm getting back to this. So I figured for the first time around, we're going to start with Mega Man 1 and one of my favorites, Mega Man Powered Up, on PSP, PSP is actually stupidly hard to capture.
Really?
Yeah, so usually you'd use an emulator called PPSSPP, but I didn't want to do that because I am a dingus. And you can capture using a PSP, like an actual physical PSP, if you have a certain cable, which I do, but I don't have any ways to hook that up to the TV. So instead of doing that, I said, screw it. I have a PlayStation TV laying around. Let's mod it. And that has real PS Vita hardware. And if you know anything about the Vita, you know it's got PSP hardware in it too. So it's pretty easy to get PSP games to run, but you still have to do some finagling. Casey, Artie, if you guys could read chat and everything else, and Artie, if you haven't followed yet, go for it.
Womp.
So this is...
I always forget I have a completely different username on Twitch than anything else because of like a very long story.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's VHS Lampshade.
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. If you could see the goat down there, everybody's name is shouted out who follows, so go do that. We're gonna get started. So we'll be doing 3 streams of this game. We'll be doing new style, old style, some of the challenges, a couple custom stages. So if you want your stage shown off, you can create a stage in Mega Man Powered Up and send it to me using the Discord. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get started here. We're gonna be doing most stages on normal mode, and we'll be playing as just Mega Man for today. So should be good. How are audio levels?
Today.
How are audio levels, chat?
Can you guys hear me?
By the name of Mega lived peacefully in the lab.
Should be able to hear you, Casey.
I can hear you, but I'm not chat.
Is my microphone on?
It's the same microphone as me, Case.
What? Yeah.
Hello?
Turn you up. Hold on.
I'm in the room.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. The name's Wily, the one and only, the brilliant scientist, Dr. Wily. It may seem rather sudden to you, but I've decided
I'm very excited to get to talk about this game again. We played it once for YouTube, but we get to do it all over again.
Okay, I'm pre-apologizing. Like, one of my, like, new NPC dialogue lines is without, like, thinking of it, will just say yippee a lot, and I'm so sorry.
That's alright.
That dumb dog says, things sound pretty good. Artie is a bit louder than you guys, but that's about it. I'm naturally a loud creature.
I hope I did something to fix that. I hope. Artie, go ahead and talk.
I'm talking again to prove my audio levels are still noisy. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That should fix it. Alright. So, Artie, how have you been?
Oh my god. Listen, I have had the stupidest, dumbest friend group drama. And every time we think it's done, it keeps coming back. And like this happened like an hour ago. So I will not even bother y'all with that. But outside of that, I'm okay. My city has a state of emergency because it keeps snowing and apparently we're out of salt.
That is
But like, besides that, I'm doing alright.
That is weird.
Yeah, everyone's like, how does this city run out of salt? But
I
I
mean,
guess we're gonna have to cut back on margaritas.
I suppose. So, Artie, I know you saw the secret level Mega Man episode.
Yes.
This is this is everything after that. So what you're
Closure for me, finally.
So if you guys haven't seen Secret Level on Amazon Prime, go watch that. They had a Mega Man episode, and it was the best thing ever, and it's way too short, and there needs to be more.
Please, change me into a fighting robot.
My husband and I, like, Gavin told me how good it was, and we hadn't watched it because like stuff was going on at the time, and we're like, okay, we're gonna watch this now. We were so excited, and like got to the end, and we're like, all right, and then it like the credits rolled, and we're like, what? 5 minutes? No, we need more, please.
It deserves a fucking movie. Like I swear.
Me watching the Pac-Man episode. Was like severely traumatized.
I thought the Pac-Man episode was fine, but apparently that was like super controversial online.
Oh no, I thought it was super accurate. Actually, I thought it was incredibly accurate to Pac-Man before they showed off Shadow Labyrinth. And then I saw the Shadow Labyrinth trailer, and I'm like, they're making a game?
In chat, that dumb dog says, yeah, it was all far too short. I feel like a lot of episodes, I'm like, no, I want more. This is so good. Personally, my favorite was the Space Marine episode, because my husband, my brothers, and I all like 40K, and the animation was so good that they got the Astartes guy, if you know anything about the Astartes guy, to like work on that is why it looks so good. I'm like,
You want to know what's really funny though?
Yeah.
My husband is a fan of 40K. Like he likes like all the stuff in it. But we watched that episode and we were bored. We were the most bored. We were so fucking bored watching that damn episode. Balrog followed. Thanks for the follow, bud. Welcome to the chat. We'll be streaming on Twitch from now on. And
Balrog? Is that Gandalf?
Balrog.
Do we need Gandalf?
It's a friend of mine. I'm glad they're here.
You know what's funny? I hear Balrog, and I cannot unthink about the character from Cave Story.
I say Balrog, it's spelled Belrog.
Is it Balrog?
It's Belrog.
Oh, it is Balrog.
I always do that. That is something that's just on my end. It's weird. Yeah, but so this is what happens right afterwards. Megaman gets turned in, tries to chase after Wily, gets ambushed by a giant Big Eye, which is called the Proto Big Eye. I love this thing from just concept. Like, Wily had a giant prototype of the Big Eye enemy and was just like, here you go, fight this thing. That'll slow him down enough so I can get away and reprogram these guys. And, like, it's easy, but, it's such a good intro stage. I love this remake of Mega Man 1 so much. In fact, the fans love this remake so much that they are begging GOG to port it for PC. And I don't blame them. This game is amazing. There is so much content here.
Plus, the create a stage thing would blow up instantly.
Oh, absolutely. If you relaunched the servers for the create a level, because you can create stages based on all the bosses here. Well, they had free DLC stage packs that you could download that had even more themes based on NES versions of all the bosses. And then stuff like Ghosts and Goblins and a Christmas theme and all sorts of stuff. You could play as Roll, Proto Man, and you can even play as all 8 of the bosses here. But we're gonna get started on Gutsman stage. But yeah, I'm so stoked. Mega Man is like super important to me as far as like video games go, and this is one of the most important games to me as a whole, as to like what makes me me. And I know that sounds really weird, right? Because I rarely talk about this game, but this game came out around 2006. I did not get to play this until around 2011. I had my PSP since 08. And the whole thing with that was, my parents had gone through a divorce. I had just learned what Mega Man was, and I wanted everything to do with this character. Absolutely everything, right? So I spent hours and hours of my time playing this game. I actually still have my original copy sitting over on the shelf. And I played this game so much that the disc is probably going to be worn out in just a couple years because I've played it so much. I loved my PSP, I loved playing Mega Man, and then the more I learned, the more I loved. So originally I was like, oh, Mega Man must be a human, and then this game was like, oh, he's a robot. And then I was like, well, maybe that's just this one game. And then I was like, nope, that's the whole series. You're mixing up Battle Network and Classic. That is the hardest jump to make in this entire stage.
You know exactly what was the hardest jump for me in this stage?
That one?
No.
Oh, right, it was the one before that. Also,
yeah,
here,
the one they showed off in the intro.
Here's the singular baton. Case, I'll let you grab that one if you want.
Zor Kali, thank you so much for the follow.
Oh, man. So, Case, how are you doing today? So I haven't gotten to ask you.
Truman asked me what my favorite Mega Man game was.
Yeah?
And I answered 7, and he gave me the most bewildered stare ever. Do you blame me for liking 7?
No, I don't. So, for those who don't know, Artie, I don't know if you knew about this, but, me and Casey have been playing all the Mega Man games back to back.
And he's been running me through it. Essentially, he's my navigator through these games.
And I have so much fun doing that we're probably going to end up making a video about it after I get done streaming the Classic series. And we're going to go through all the games. Like,
it's like a nice way for you and I to just like hang out. And we did that with what, Castle 2?
Castlevania 2, Castlevania 1.
Yeah, 1 was the first game we both did that.
Yep, Mega Man 1, The Legend of Zelda. We started Zelda 2 and didn't get to finish it.
Did I finish the castle? I don't know if I finished the first castle.
No, you did, but that was where we stopped.
Hey, men only.
now we got a
Real
cutscene.
quick in chat, Zerkali says hi, and Mega Man loved this game back in the day.
Oh yeah, Mega Man's awesome. Mega Man is continuing to be awesome.
By the way, Mega Man has a huge following on Twitch. So you actually will blow up.
I hope so, because I...
Chat, someone clip that.
I got like a lot of like comments from people who are like, wow, you're gonna struggle with the final boss, and I'm like, no. I told them no, and they just stuck around for it.
So, so Artie, what do you think of Gutsman here?
I think he's got a brick. I don't know. I like the design. I really like the aesthetic of this game. I like this guy's design.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any additional commentary yet.
What did you think of that attack?
Which one? The brick?
The brick or the one that drilled through the ground? Oh man,
Or is it the one where he,
Being bricked up.
Gutsman's all bricked up.
Gutsman!
So, there's another Mega Man cartoon out there, right? I mentioned the Secret Level episode, but I haven't mentioned that Mega Man's had a couple of cartoons, and one of them is called Mega Man Fully Charged. My husband mixes up Powered Up and Fully Charged all the time. He will call the show Powered Up and the game Fully Charged. And, I'm struggling here.
Do you like help?
No, I've got this. So, I was doing just fine before I had to commentate, I swear.
I still think it's funny that he mixes them up. You could also talk about my bewildering hate for the redesigns of the robot map.
Well, that's what I was gonna get to. In that show, Gutsman actually has a new ability. Aside from the super arm, he's got a belch cannon. So he gains strength and mass by eating garbage and trash, because he's a trash compactor in that show. And then on top of that, he has this like belly slap. So you notice how he's got a big chest here. Well, he has a big belly in the show. And when he smacks that, it sends a shockwave attack, kind of like his stomp here.
That's fantastic.
Oh.
They made a toy out of that, and I died. But it makes sound and stuff, and I have yet to buy it, even though I probably don't need it. I'm gonna try a different stage. I did practice on hard mode for all of these levels, so I shouldn't struggle too awfully much. But
It's still funny that I have yet to play Mega Man and Bass, and I'm like, wow, 7 is so great!
I can't wait till you play Mega Man and Bass. It's gonna struggle. So how's chat doing? How are you guys holding up? Feel free to talk in there. We'll read chat as we get to it. Like I said, this is the first time in a while on Twitch, and we're just gonna try to make the best of it.
Chat, does your city also have a state of emergency because it ran out of salt? If so, hi neighbor.
Artie, why don't you just go buy some salt from the grocery store?
Right? I'm sure that'll be enough for the entire city.
Can I substitute salt with sugar?
Just get
Honestly, I don't know.
the city, you got it.
Yeah, we just need it. We just need more tears.
Hey Artie, I was also out of sugar, so I substituted with flour.
Baked road. That dumb dog says we still have salt, thankfully. Good. And Azurkali says we're dealing with summer down here. We've been in the high 90s. Oh my god.
Holy cow.
Oh, do
It
you not know
is
what it's
like
in
20
North
outside.
Carolina right now?
No,
In North Carolina, it typically gets about like 100 in the summer.
That is
Right now, it's probably about
February.
It's probably about 70 or 60.
Oh man.
Probably says mostly surviving because of our ACs. That's so real. I'd perish without my AC in the summer. Oh my god.
Oh my god, the summer here. Do you remember the summer where I just lied on the floor the entire time?
That was a whole day. She just laid on the floor. It was fucking hilarious. Oh man.
Temperature.
So these enemies are called either eye batteries or Susies. I generally call them Susies. My husband calls them Susan.
I thought they were fire hydrants, not gonna lie.
I could see it.
I could see it. So every single robot in Mega Man actually would have had a alternative purpose. Aside from, you know, the combat utility of them. So, like, some of them are artillery bots. Some of them are meant for war. But others are strictly meant for, you know, construction and stuff. Like
Surveillance.
construction, surveillance, advertising, wood cutting, energy placement, security. But since Dr. Wily has taken over the Robot Masters, he doesn't need to reprogram most of the enemies in the stage because the Robot Masters take control of the robots in the stage. So that's something that was mentioned. That's why they're called Robot Masters, and that is something that I see very few adaptations actually take note of, that they are called Robot Masters because they can control the robots in the stage.
Brother,
Not just a master of their own element.
Dr.
Yeah.
Wily was right. You've changed into a bad robot.
I like this little dude.
Cutman, what's
Cutman's
going on?
great.
You're an evil fighting robot now. I'm gonna stop you, Mr. Megaman.
So,
and make you
in the
good
Ruby
again.
Spears cartoon, they gave him, what comedian's voice?
It's not a comedian.
It's
He
not?
He is an Austrian actor who did a lot of portrayals of antagonists. His name was Peter Lorre.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. They gave him, like, yeah, that's...
I was gonna do the voice and then you interrupted me.
Go for it.
I'm going to make paper dolls out of you!
So he sounded like that in the Ruby Spears cartoon, and then in Fully Charged, they gave him a bowl cut, and he's a hedge trimming robot there.
Oh yeah, I forgot they gave him a book.
They gave him a bowl cut, and my man didn't get a single figurine, and I really wanted a Cutman figure because it was just so goofy looking.
Wait, I have a question. What's his counterpart for Battle Member?
It's literally just Cutman with a letter C in the chest.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it really that disappointing?
it's that similar.
Hold on.
I said it during practice. Oh, we're gonna end up struggling a
You
ton.
jinxed yourself.
I did. I really did.
On wood.
Guys, hype it up in the chat.
Unjinx Gavin. Throw some salt over your shoulder for good luck and throw it into my city,
on it,
please.
Oh gosh. Please don't make a mess. Oh man, so those who haven't seen my streams before, we're gonna try to keep a more relaxed energy here because I really don't know how best to put myself towards Twitch. I did for YouTube, but I don't know. It's been so long since I've done most of this stuff that I just feel a little bit out of my element.
Azure Kali says, first time here.
I needed to get to the
Saw
other
your
corner.
post on Kitty Fox's Discord.
Yeah, Sammy and I are pretty good friends, and he lets me post my links in there.
I ran into Sammy at A&E, and I was like, you don't know me, but I'm one of Gavin's friends. They're like, oh, hey, Artie. I was like,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So,
You went to the kitchen and got some salt, Case. I don't need the salt.
I need the salt.
Give it to Artie.
Not me, my city.
Just dropped a bunch of salt.
No.
Oh, it stuck to your hand.
yeah, it's stuck to my hand. No,
We can't unjinx Gavin.
I wouldn't make a mess on your profile
The,
floor without
the
this.
dumb dog says consume the salt.
Yeah, it was a snack. What'd you guys think I was doing?
Are you a deer now?
Yes, I am a deer, Artie.
Oh, shoot, you're right. I forgot. I have so many friends that are deer. It's like not even funny.
Listen, I'm like the whole rigmarole of things.
Time for a big bang.
I have 3 Sonos because I have problems. Anyways.
That's the worst explanation, but I love it.
Yeah,
Well, do you realize how many Sonos I have?
well, the YouTube audience got to see me figure it out firsthand. The Twitch audience, you just get that explanation. That's your explanation.
I mean, I
That's
have
more you have to earn.
lore you have to earn.
There is a lot of lore. As people have put it, my life is like listening to lore for shit. So,
I agree.
so if you guys want more lore on my weird life, go for it. You can ask. I'll tell stories. I've got lots of them. I've been to so many conventions. And speaking of conventions, this year is probably going to be a very conventionless year. I'm going to be at Anthro, Ohio this year, and MFF, and that's about it.
I thought you weren't going to any.
No, I'm going to the local one and the one we do every year, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
That is my plan.
Yeah, I thought you were just not going.
If I end up at any other ones, it's because somebody else paid my way, or this just worked, or Twitch worked out, and I managed to get to a con. That's it. That's the only explanations.
I mean, the only one who's here who's probably going to do a lot of cons is going to be me.
Yeah. I mean,
But nobody's here for me. They're here for you.
They're here for Artie.
Yeah!
He in chat, Azurkali says 2 Sonos here. One is the obvious one. Got a suit of that one. Working on the second one. Oh, you make suits too? That's so cool.
Yeah. So I actually make suits as well, and last year that drained most of my funds.
And energy.
And time.
And health, actually. You got pretty damn sick.
I did. I got sick.
Tell Twitch how many fursuits you made last year, friend.
Can you grab the whiteboard, Casey? So I can see the number?
Do you want me to play taps?
I
can play taps if you need.
What's that?
Do you know?
No. No, it's good. I made 22 fursuit heads, 29 tails, 14 feet, 2 bodysuits, 14 hands, 5 extra pieces like wings, and like 86 total fursuit parts for a grand total of 3 fursuits every month, 3 full fursuits every month for the last 9 months.
And a tired guy who plays a lot of games.
I wore myself out. So this year,
don't ever do that again.
I'm
I will
not.
be severely angry.
I made.
We'll have to give you a loving bonk to the head.
I didn't make any money. I lost money, and then at the end of the year, I made back half of what I spent. And then I managed to finish those suits. I finished those suits minus 1 fursuit head, so that is where I am at. So Artie, if you remember Secret Level, here's Bomb Man.
Bomb Man?
Yeah, so Bomb Man's from Megaman 1. He looks like this.
Hey, it's the guy from Secret Level.
What? Do you think they're related at all?
I think he's his older brother.
I think he's related to that Konami guy. What was his name? I think it was, Master Higgins. Master Higgins. If you want to correct me, you can.
Right, the salt worked
it was
because you just
Hudson.
beat a boss.
I did just beat a boss.
I thought it was Hudson, not Konami.
Konami owns the character now.
Alright,
Konami
in chat,
bought Hudson.
Holly says, oh no, not a
Oh.
maker. Just working towards getting one of my second suits. I'm useless with suit making. Totally fair. And that dumb dog says, all I remember is the couch full of suit heads.
Oh,
Wolf.
yeah. Wasn't that like 10 suit heads in 1 month?
Yeah, that was 10 in 1 month. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
there's...
you were pulling out impossible numbers, like, on your own. I was like, wow.
Gavin would text me and be like, alright, so I made another suit. And it'd be like 2 days, and I'm like, what?
I was waking up exhausted and drained and tired and not wanting to work on anything, and this year I'm moving away from suit making. I'm still doing it. I'm still taking suit commissions, but I'm working towards having a healthier life right now. So that way then I can work more often and actually be happy with myself instead of hating and dreading every waking second.
good, healthy. We like good and healthy work-life balances in this house.
You should have seen the grind I had to do for affiliation before I lived here. Stream for like 5 hours every day.
Why?
Because I was like, I gotta get on that grind.
So, okay.
I didn't really have a life.
All right. So, chat. Here's how we're working it here on this stream. I am streaming today. I am doing 3 streams next week. 2 of them will be powered up. 1 of them will be an art stream with Casey, where we do all sorts of fun stuff. And then the week after that, I'll be trying my best to do 2 to 3 streams every single week, where we do different stuff. Once we finish with the 3rd powered up stream, by the way, we'll be doing Mega Man 1 and 2, Dr. Wily's Revenge, Mega Man 2 for Game Boy. We'll be doing all of them. Essentially, if it exists and it has.
Wait, 2 is Dr. Wily's Revenge? I thought it was the mystery of Dr. Wily.
Dr. Wily's Revenge is for Game Boy. It's called Mega Man World in Japan.
I'm sorry, I thought you were saying the subtitle for 2.
No, that's the mystery of Dr. Wily. You're right. So the key thing about Mega Man is that he has powers, and you can switch between your powers, and it's pretty awesome. He essentially gets to copy it. You saw that a little bit in the Secret Level episode, where he figured out how to shoot off the Ice Slasher in that episode, which is a weapon that we'll be getting in this game. But
He figured it out. I thought he knew, because he immediately equipped it.
Does he know?
He grabbed it off the ground to try to figure out something.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like, oh, I know this is something I could use.
No, he was just looking for a way to immobilize Bombman. He didn't go for a weapon. He didn't go for something that could hurt Bombman, but he went for something that could stop Bombman.
I think that's a good thing that people need to know with Mega Man. He doesn't like to hurt.
Yeah, he's not a fighting robot. He in and of himself is a helper robot. So when he's equipped for fighting, it's generally because he wants to help the people around him. And as we play through the series, we'll find that sometimes the people don't want help. And he's got to deal with that. Because he's just a boy. He's just a good boy.
Okay.
Mega Man lore stuff. I have way too much fun with it all.
I mean, it's not as crazy as the exile of the Belmonts in Transylvania.
Oh yeah, Castlevania's got some weird lore.
Chat, what's your favorite video game lore?
What's your favorite video game lore?
My favorite one is the fact that Sonic represents autism for some reason.
What in the world are you on about? Artie, what's your
Know that
favorite?
video?
What is your favorite video game lore, Artie? Actual video game lore.
Well, if you want niche lore, technically because of something said in Sonic the Hedgehog, my family exists in that universe, but like that's a whole other story.
What?
Yeah.
I need.
That's a story for another stream. We'll save that for a Sonic stream. Remind me.
Oh, I have.
We'll save it for the replay of Frontiers.
We got a new follower.
You want me to shout it out while you focus?
Yeah, please. If you could.
Alright, Metal Skull Greymon. Thank you so much for the follow. Also,
Yeah.
Ooh, could you imagine a hybrid ability between Skull Barrier and Metal Blade?
Oh, that'd be cool.
I thought of a metallic Skulldog head because I'm a little too furry-brained lately.
No,
That's
fair.
We finished a Skull Dog last, so that's.
Metal Skull Greymon says Hoomstaba.
Hey.
I don't know how to actually pronounce that.
It's Hoomstaba, which is like who would've?
I would've.
Oh, it
Okay,
confused me.
okay.
I would've.
This confirms the salt worked because Gavin did that first try,
Hey, Blade.
right?
How you doing, Blade? Glad to see you. I plan on streaming for a lot more at the current moment. We're doing Mega Man stuff for a while, so we're doing 4 hours today, so it should be good. I think I'm just finding my groove.
Oh, yeah.
The salt.
Or it was the salt.
It was
This is
sultry magic that fixes all.
They're at a con right now cosplaying Land. Well, can you shout out the stream while you're there? I'd love to get more followers.
What con are you at?
Yeah, please let me know.
Also, I really want to see that. That sounds sick.
Yeah, you can send me a photo, Blade. I'll showcase and stuff. So for those who don't know, Blade runs a YouTube channel. Him and a friend called Flashing Blades, and they cover Battle Network stuff as well as other gaming related topics, and it's pretty awesome. They're a pretty good friend of the channel, so go check them out too. So so these are construction packs. These unlock more things for you to use in the create a stage mode, and that was an enemy pack allowing you to pick between more enemies. So when you choose, so unlike Mario Maker where you've got every enemy at your disposal, in Mega Man they decided to limit yourself. So you have select number of enemies that you can pick. I think the maximum number is like 8 or 9, but the minimum is 3. And you essentially get to pick between stage. You have to pick an enemy pack and a stage pack, and then from there you get to build your level.
Essentially, it's a palette.
Yeah, you pick a palette, and sometimes the palette's got gimmicks, and you pick the types of enemies you want to see on the stage. I'll get to show that off probably next stream. It'll be fun. Yeah.
So real quick in chat, Azure Kali says, gotta leave for now, might be back later. Hope you have an awesome stream.
Awesome, well thank you for stopping in.
And Metal Skull Greymon says, I'll do so in my panel this evening, and thanks for the shadow.
Awesome, thank you so much.
I swear that's unintentional.
Yeah, I didn't mean for that to happen. So I couldn't make that jump, apparently. So another fun fact is that this game right here was not a success for Capcom, but they wanted it to be they wanted so much for this to be a success. They actually had planned for the next 2 games after this, Mega Man 2 and 3, to also have powered up versions in this art style.
It's charming, though.
There is so much content here, too. Like, okay, so not only do you get an easy, normal, and hard mode for every one of these characters, you can play as Mega Man here, as he is in Mega Man 1, with just the shot and the jump, but you can also unlock the version with the slide from Mega Man 3, and the version with charge shots from Mega Man 5. So, no, the shot itself is from 5.
Oh, okay, my bad.
And then you can play as Proto Man, and then as long as you beat the bosses Buster only, you can play as the bosses. And they have easy, normal, and hard mode versions of all of their stages. And then every character's got at least 10 challenges, minus Roll and Proto Man.
Honestly, I'd love to play as Metal Man. Too.
Yeah, it would have been so awesome. I know there were some fans working on some stuff, and all 11 series have artwork out there of chibi-fied versions, which is pretty awesome.
Could you imagine just how much the Woodman memes would just prosper because of 2 powered up?
Oh,
if it existed?
It would have been so good.
Oh my god, Airman would have gotten like some sort of like new joke or like
it would have been I Can't Beat Airman, and there would have been like a gold Airman out there, because they've done that before. That song, by the way, Can't Beat Airman, has appeared in official Mega Man games. So those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there is a song called I Can't Defeat Airman, and it's been out there on the internet for a while. Airman's not a super tough boss, but he hits kind of hard, and they made a song. And the Mega Man community has memed it so much, Capcom acknowledged it, made a gold shiny version of Airman that is super difficult as a meme in Rockman crossover and X-Over.
Didn't they also acknowledge it with the Airman costume in
Yeah.
In what was it, Tekken Capcom?
It's Rashid in Street Fighter V.
That's right.
Rashid has a line where he's like, you can't beat me. It's one of his taunts, and they gave him an Airman costume. I'm not kidding.
But it's really funny. The synopsis of the story is someone went to a thrift store, bought a copy of Mega Man 2, tried playing it. They couldn't beat Flame Man stage, so they wanted to get, I think, an item 2.
They couldn't beat Heat Man.
Or
They
Heat
wanted.
Man,
They
sorry.
wanted. They needed item 2, so that because they couldn't get past the disappearing blocks. So they go to Airman. They couldn't beat Airman, so they go try Woodman. But Woodman keeps beating him because Woodman hits like a truck.
So essentially, it's just someone's really bad at Mega Man.
They are just struggling the song, and they made an awesome animation, and then they came back a couple years ago and re-recorded the song.
Oh, it's such a beautiful song. It's in Japanese.
And there's an English version as well.
There is an English version as well. I was gonna mention that. And I think it's just a great song. I just can't sing the original.
Somehow every time, defeat Airman. I really hope I don't get copyright.
No, you won't. Trust me. You think you'll get copyright claims by that? No. This is not a platform where that happens. Trust me, I literally busted out the guitar and played copyrighted songs and sang.
Maybe don't admit that.
Oh, trust me. I've admitted it so many times on stream, at least on mine, and they don't do anything about it. Because it's not actually audio. They recognize that.
Okay.
Hey, Twitch, I like stealing candy from babies. What are you gonna do about it?
Alright, so Artie, you said you had a PSP story.
Yeah, so I have a PSP. A couple months ago, fall, I think. I'm not sure when this happened. My concept of time is skewed. But so I come across a post on Twitter. For some reason, my feed was like, because you know Twitter just gives you random stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, if you have a PSP, check to make sure your battery isn't gonna explode. And I'm like, huh, weird. I haven't looked at my PSP in forever, but I'm sure it's fine. And so I just, out of curiosity, dig my PSP out and open up, and it's in its case, like security case, and it looks fine. I'm like, okay, I'm probably good. I open it up, and that battery was ready to burst. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay, so like a battery was, had I not seen a completely random Twitter post, I would not have known that there was like a battery ready to explode in my home.
Yeah, check your DSs too, anything from
I
around that
did
time.
right after that, yeah. My DSs were fine, but yeah, apparently my PSP was not in good shape, and I was like, well,
Probably should check my 3DS.
No, it's fine.
No, my 3DS would be fine.
Your 3DS will be fine for the next, like, 3 years or 4 years. You're good.
Alright.
but yeah, chat, if you happen to own a PSP, don't forget to check the battery every once in a while, just for safety's sake.
I have to clean my my original Game Boy from back in the day because the contacts and everything are starting to corrode. Like really badly. I don't know if I'll be able to save it.
What? So I've got another thing I needed to mention about all that. So I had to throw out one of my PSP batteries.
Yeah.
And I've gone through the basket 3 or 4 times. So the one PSP, the battery is about to explode, and it was one of the original models. But I have 2 others that are 2000 and 3000 models, and both of those are just fine.
I thought you were trying
I
to
couldn't
beat
tell
them
you
up.
what my...
No, why would I do that buzzer only? I want to show off the powers and have fun with this. Looks like you got a new follower.
I'm so glad I gave you that sound effect.
Oh, I'm glad you did too.
I just still find it funny that that is also your notification for me.
Yep. That's when I text Casey, it makes that noise. So hello Pastel the Proto, welcome. We just beat Iceman, which I didn't even get to talk about Iceman fully charged, but we'll have time. We'll have time. I like Iceman. He's cool.
Okay, but speaking of like protos, because I'm gonna assume protogens, I'm genuinely surprised with how common protogen fursuits are. Because when I first got into the furry fandom, like the only people who had cool visor suits were like ultra wealthy.
What the freak? I just now got to see Blade's cosplay. I already,
That is amazing.
Artie, I need to forward this to you.
Please, I'm intrigued because y'all just went speechless.
They are cosplaying not as so much as Lan, but as Dead Rising's Frank West as cosplaying Lan.
Stop! That's perfect! Oh my god!
I need that as a mod for UMBC 3. I need that.
I'm crying.
So
That's like corporate needs you to tell the difference between these two images. You can't. They're the same. Cause like, goddamn, that's.
So, for those who don't know, Dead Rising 1 got a remake recently, and they added more Mega Man costumes, because Dead Rising is full of Mega Man costumes. There's a reason for that, I'll go into it in a little bit, but they added a Tron Bon outfit for Frank, so Frank can dress as Tron Bon, which Tron Bon is a woman, and it looks hilarious. But they also gave him a Lan Hikari outfit from Battle Network.
Oh, is that the joke behind why he's cosplaying?
Yes!
I just kind of thought he made that up. Oh my goodness.
Nope, that is amazing.
Middle Skull Greymon says out of battle chips, but not out of options.
Yes.
And that Dumb Dog says the Dead Rising skins are so good.
I need to get the new Dead Rising game. I know my husband loves Dead Rising.
I've never played it.
I
had no idea who Frank West was.
I've never either. So, yeah. But Dead Rising was actually directed by Keiji Inafune.
That was an Inafune title.
That was an Inafune title, and those who may know Inafune was very well known for directing most of the Mega Man games. Here's another fun fact, though. He was hands-off for most of the Mega Man games, so Capcom could totally make another one at any time, and fans should stop focusing on Keiji Inafune. He's been gone from Capcom so long. Mighty No. 9 came out so long ago, and yet I still actually enjoy Mighty No. 9 a bit more than I probably should. That is something that'll probably come back to bite me later when I actually play that game, but I ended up writing reviews for all of the Gunvolt and multiple Gunvolt, Recore, and Mighty No. 9, which are all of the games that I feel are Mega Man related that Keiji Inafune worked on. And honestly, my favorite one was Recore and then Mighty No. 9. I did not like Gunvolt at all. Like, to the point where I really I keep buying the games to give them a chance and then going, I don't like this, why am I playing this?
I don't know, man, it's kind of on you.
It really is.
Like you have a skill issue.
It does. I do. Thanks for noticing.
And now to jinx you.
No, we can't afford more salt,
By the way, I
Casey.
find
My
it
city's
funny.
out.
I find it funny that Fireman's stage is the only stage in this whole game where the song is set off by a semitone.
Really?
Yeah. Listen to it and tell me it sounds like in the same tune as the original.
I don't know, I just like it.
It's really good, don't get me wrong. Also, we need to talk about this Fireman real quick. Because, my gosh, what a voice.
Very southern.
I like it. You gonna post the VOD to the channel?
Yes, all VODs from Twitch will go to YouTube a week later. So, a week later for this one. So
you know what? That's probably what I should do.
So next week will be a video, and then the following week we'll have 2 videos, and then the week after that we'll have 2 videos, and then I'm just gonna keep having a backlog of YouTube videos to upload, because I noticed that the streams are not doing well on YouTube, or at least as well as they could, and they're not my channel's like, not everybody's getting the notifications for them, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stream on Twitch every week, and then when I feel like it, I'll come back and I'll upload what I want. It'll all be good. YouTube will get their content.
As I've been saying for years, one of these days I'm gonna get a bunch of our streams from like Hollow Knight or Sonic games and like finally edit those down into like concise videos. But
We've been saying that for like
finish will not be that day.
I still have yet to ask Artie when they're available for that Hollow Knight stream I was planning for a while.
Great.
Oh my god, I deadass forgot about that.
Too, Kay?
Which is really funny, because, like, it's been so long, which, welcome to the year 2025, we still don't have Silk Song, what the hell? That my brother had, like, my brother's, like, the Hollow Knight, like, expert, I'm the noob, but I really love it. It's like, I hadn't played for so long that he's like, alright, I've reached a point I need to replay Hollow Knight again, because there's still no Silk Song, what the hell?
It's really funny, I found a post on Twitter, that I have saved to my phone, of I think I sent it to you already. It's of Mario and Luigi laughing at the hero from that game, saying that Brothership getting announced before Silk Song.
Oh my god. Listen, sometimes my brothers and I will just talk and like, alright, what has happened in our lives since we started waiting for Silk Song in 2020? Because like, the amount of things that have changed in my life since I started waiting for Silk Song is
You know what's something I do hope for with Silk Song? That it doesn't end up like Duke Nukem Forever, where it took forever to do, and then just ended up...
Casey, get more salt, you cannot jinx this.
We're gonna rename Silk Song to Silk Song Forever.
I gotta kill all of these weird-ass bugs.
It's a game full of bugs.
Yeah. So here's Oilman. So Oilman's interesting because he wasn't in the original Mega Man 1. However, we got our hands on a bunch of design documents recently of all of Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 and whatnot. So we actually know for a fact that Oilman was one of those planned and partially designed for Mega Man 1. So that's something, and Capcom never told us about that. We thought he was wholly original 2 powered up for a very long time until we were like, oh, we have these documents now. We see that Oilman was originally planned for Mega Man 1. Time Man's the only one that wasn't, so that's something else. There's another character called Bondman, and fans love Bondman because he just doesn't show up in any games, but...
I thought you were gonna go because he doesn't exist.
Well, he technically doesn't. So even the Archie comics made a comment about it, like, Dr. Light's like, I finally am getting to work on DLN 00C, Bondman. And they're like, oh, that's fantastic, Dr. Light, and then Sonic shows up because it's the crossover.
Oh my god,
and he never finishes Bondman.
me.
I'm not. That is literally what happens. It's hilarious. Bondman is the elusive child. We even have a full design for him. He showed up in one of the comics that came out around that time to like promote the Game Boy games.
What was his attacks, by the way?
Concrete shot.
It was Concrete Shot? No, I refuse to believe Concrete Jungle from 9 was...
It wasn't Concrete Man Stay.
No, it's really funny.
But he was meant to have Concrete Man-like weapons.
I'm sorry, that's really cool. Okay, so I recently played 9 with Gavin, and had a whole hell of a time with Mega Man 2 Part 2.
Which is what she's calling Mega Man 9.
Okay.
And, I was informed that Concrete Man was the demo stage for 9 when it released initially. And I don't think they could have. I don't think they could have chosen a worse stage. And then I played the game, and I played the rest of the game, and I was like, no, this just gets worse. Because Concrete Man gave me so much trouble. Not the boss himself, but the stage.
So, Oilman here has multiple different inspirations, and none of them are what you think. So, for starters, his design is meant to look after a specific type of Japanese fashion trend, where it was heavily tanned women, like very suntanned. Like, I don't know why, but then they'd put on very bright-looking makeup to accentuate those features. No idea why that was popular in Japan for a time, and it still is rather popular. There's no connotations behind it. That's just one of those weird... It's one of the weird fashion trends I will never understand. And then the other thing is because of the colors, it was also meant to resemble a duck covered in oil.
I was gonna say it looks like a duck.
And then when they brought it over here to the States, they had to change the colors a little bit because the design was way too close to something we have over here in the States called blackface.
They should have given him more of a bill, to be honest, to sell it.
Well, you can't, when localizing a game, you can't normally change, like, the whole model or anything. Like, that's just way too much effort for the budget this had. So, changing the palette was the best bet next thing. The Archie comics ended up making his scarf go over the bottom half of his mouth. And making his scarf a bright red. So, that's something. I actually really like that design. And it looks like we have a new person in chat. They need to follow, though.
Maybe Arachnus? Or
Nope. You know them.
no? Okay.
What if I told you that's Revolt?
Hey, Revolta, make sure to follow.
Oh, Revolta! Hi!
They recently started popping in my streams and bringing the craziest art I've ever seen.
Thank you for the follow, Revolta. Glad to see you here. We're gonna be uploading this to YouTube next week, so I'm just very glad to see you. Also, another thing that I should mention, by the way, I am still working on a game called Spiral Path. I have been working on this for a couple of months now as lead art director. So I have even more insight and more dev stories to talk about than I used to. I can't wait till I get to talk about all of that stuff. As of now, I'm allowed to talk about any of it, but I'm sure in the future Sam's gonna tell me hush-hush on a couple of things so we can market them better. But Spiral Path's development has been going interestingly. We had to scrap the entirety of one of the concepts we had, and I had to redraw an entire, like, stage in a week.
Oh my god.
I still think that's ridiculous.
I redrew the like, they were not expecting me to get it done, by the way, but I came back and I was like, here's all of the tiles you need for a level. Let's see if we're missing any. And then we went through and we were like, okay, we took note here, we took note here. And I was missing like 3 tiles out of like a set of like 130.
That dumb dog says, tile art, baby, woo, and then cries.
Tile art, yeah. Tile art is how I work. It's how I've been working. I'm very happy about the game. I can't wait to show it off on stream.
I can't wait to play the final version.
Oh, it'll be awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are up to 8 followers, or 9 followers right now.
Hell yeah.
14 followers. There's a lot more people who.
Yeah, you started with 7.
Oh.
Clearly, somebody doesn't.
I'm trying to count and look over here, and we've got Foxboy says.
Hello.
I'm reading the name. Hey Foxino, how you doing? It's lovely. I told Casey when we were setting this up, because we've been planning this for about 2 weeks now. I've been planning on how I can go about all of this, right, for streaming purposes, and we were laughing during the setup day. We were like, I wonder if
you'll screw it up again. Just like I did, and then laughed at me for a good 5 minutes.
Listen, I did this on hard mode, and I have the save to prove it, where these guys... So in hard mode, these guys move randomly. Here they're moving on a set path. In hard mode, they move randomly, which is how they moved in the original NES game. So that makes this a real pain in the ass, because those guys in the top left will stay up on the left-hand side of the screen. This one will stay on the bottom. And then they also shoot periodically, so you have to jump over the shot that is moving
I really
horizontally.
enjoy the OG foot holders, to be honest.
I don't like any of them. I love the design. I don't like them.
It's really funny that when we first played 1, you were like, okay, Casey, just use Magnet Beam. And I just proceed to play the stage with the foot holders. Like, Casey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing the stage.
Here's Magnet Babe. When we get to the, when we get to both the NES version, the Genesis version, and the old style version in this game, I'm using Magnet Beam. You can't stop me.
I can disable your stream.
Please don't.
I will bring the salt.
Well done.
Hey,
You say goodbye.
Case, can you give Artie mod support in...
Why didn't you
I don't
mod
have
them
any
initially?
reason to fight
Because I didn't have any of their information.
Oh, that would explain it. I gotcha.
You're literally the only mod at the moment.
I feel honored. Yeah.
And that's why they won't give me mod stat. So they can be the only mod.
King of mods. King of
But what are we
game.
gonna do now, Gavin? That's a good question. Give me a second. I'm gonna mod you.
It's like I'm getting knighted.
Okay, they made it more difficult to mod people. No.
I love Elecman in this game so much. The voice they gave is so fitting. So the thing about all the Robot Masters is that when you play as them, they sound slightly different. The voice deliveries are slightly different, and some of what they say is slightly different. Because Wily making them evil messed with their personalities.
Huh. Okay.
So Elecman is very pompous, right? But he's also quite flamboyant, and I just think it's the best characterization of Elecman. Shout out to Karmic for getting me a coffee this morning. And thank you, Casey, again, for suggesting.
I wanted my points at McDonald's.
We don't eat out much, but when we do,
You don't have permission to perform that action.
I don't. We'll set that up later.
I got it. Just focus on stream.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't want to mess with it too much.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're just gonna do it from there.
Can I borrow this for a second?
Once again, I prefer if all of this was done after the stream,
Okay. Then
because I do not like. I don't like messing with any of that.
okay.
I don't know. It just feels weird.
Why does it feel weird?
It just feels weird.
The chat is right here. You can look at it. Ah!
Anyways, so now we're going to Time Man stage. Last stage for this little bit, though. Once again, though, we're going for 4 hours today. So I'm making sure to get everybody acquainted to Twitch. So if you haven't followed yet, follow, because we're gonna be doing this more often. It'll be fun. So Artie, question:
Yeah.
have you played a Mega Man game before?
I have not.
Are you at all interested?
I don't live in Ohio with you, so I don't know how feasible that is.
Well, no, I can give you a couple suggestions.
Oh, I thought you meant like to stream with you. I'm silly.
I mean like to play, so you can actually give these games a shot.
Probably at some point. I like just got back into like randomly playing Legends Arceus on the side because I'm doing con work for another con. And I do need to get to the Tears of the Kingdom.
Hang on. You just got done with A&E con work. What con are you doing now?
Furia, which is in July.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in charge of designing one of our new mascots. No spoilers, but yeah. Which
Nice.
is fun. But yeah, so I'm busy again.
I'm sure it's just as interesting as coming up with designs for like enemies and stuff for video games, because One of the things that comes with the role that I have on Spiral Path is I had to design a lot of the enemies with our programmers. So I got to design the enemies, I got to design the framework for what will be the game, essentially. So I do character design, right? I do persona design, but doing enemy design is so different than doing Sona work. Because for personas, you want them to be friendly or happy, like you have a mood, a theme. With enemies, it's just like, okay, now that you've designed this thing, how does it hurt the player? What does it do? And you've got to work from there to design all this stuff. And I always think of things in specific terms, in specific sets. So when I design stuff, like enemies, I come up with what I want them to do first, and then from there come up with like what they should be. And then from that I create a theme. But I'm gonna be honest, when designing with other people, I watched as they designed the theme first, rather than what they wanted the enemy to do. I've also, one of our programmers designs things with how they should look first, and then what they'll do, which has taught me a lot on the structure of how I design things and how that's different from everybody else, and it's really interesting to, like, it's interesting to think that even some of the video games that we've designed either had to have gone with one of the many principles, like one of those starting points. Is it based on what they would do first? Is it based on how they look first? Or is it based on a theme first? And I've noticed that if you play like video game, like a lot of Mega Man, you can look at a boss, and if like they're moving a certain way or doing a certain thing, you can tell what they were designed with first. So jumping into design work and stuff here. Case, you want to tell them how much you struggled with that? How much you love
I can bring up your little accident you got earlier if you like.
Okay. Okay.
I clap back.
It's the KC clapping back goldfish.
Ooh, yummy.
I actually haven't bought goldfish in many years.
Goldfish.
Why do you want
I have goldfish because my brother has a history of, for holidays and birthdays, getting a big, like one of those big family cartons of goldfish and like putting something inside. But for Christmas this year, instead of doing that, he just taped an Eggman figure to the side of it, and I'm like, thank you, Bob.
Nice.
Sure. Let's go with that. So something else I should mention about this game that's different than a lot of Mega Man games. When you waste your weapon ammo, if you die, you respawn with all your weapon ammo refilled.
Ooh.
Most of them, when you waste your weapon ammo and respawn, you're completely drained.
Huh? What appointment time, man? Oh, joy. By being early, you've given us
He has three different, like, he has multiple different things that he could say there, depending on whether you're early or late, and that'll all depend on how many deaths you took in the stage.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, unlike me, who died to the stage like a good 10 times.
And even the different bosses will have different things. I actually really like Time Man, like, as a whole. I like his design, I like the gimmick. The only thing is, he doesn't do much. He just walks left and right, shoots a couple of arrows that move at different speeds, and then slows down time and makes it normal.
I love how you got on me for like using his weakness, and then you were just like, you missed a completely good fight.
It is! It's a fun fight, but it's also not that difficult.
And then you just give him the most bland explanation to your audience.
Sorry, audience.
It was really funny for you to just say that.
Sorry, chat.
Oh, yeah, you didn't explain the thing that
Did
the
you
stream
just
did,
like unlock Zawoldo?
oil slick or whatever the name
Oh,
is.
I didn't explain. I haven't explained any of the weapons yet.
No, I was just saying, it's a neat quirk that they... Wasn't it taken out, or they just didn't explain it at all?
I just didn't explain it.
Robots are nothing but junk.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Proto Man standing still for like a whole second after talking.
Yeah. Anyways. I hate that line. Yeah, I hate that line read so much. So, yeah, we got JoJo, as already so nicely mentioned. We're actually not completely stopping time, like in JoJo, though. We're only slowing it down, so enemies and stuff can still move.
I've heard so many jokes about that from Flashman.
We're gonna save. So this is my practice file. As you can see, it says 3.6% of all stages beaten. That's because it counts easy, normal, and hard, and then every single boss is easy, normal, and hard run through for that number. That is not what I'm counting for 100%. What I'm counting as 100% is playing through all the stages at least once, getting all the bosses, and getting all of the tiles. And then we'll be doing some of the challenges. I would normally count all the challenges, but I've never beaten all the challenges, so I don't want to make any promises I can't keep. We're gonna go easy, because I hate this boss. Anyways. So, Artie, you got any stories lately?
God. I suddenly can't remember anything now that you asked me. Usually I do.
Well, was there anything that happened at A&E that was fun? Or funny?
God. Like, oh,
I know you
yeah,
can't...
so I, like, just... A&E was really great. I have just, like, everyone's like, how was the con? I'm like, oh yeah, it was really good. I just forgot to talk about it, like, at all during the con or after. So I am the head of social media for A&E. Hi. And so this is my first time going to A&E as a staff, because I'd attended as an attendee for years, and I was like, okay, so now I just gotta do con and also, in case something chaotic happens, do social media. You know, be like that sometimes. But no, it was a good con. Some of my highlights was I finally got to meet that really nice Sally Acorn fursuiter. I was just hanging out in the games room and they just walked in. I'm like, I just like dropped mid-conversation with my friends. I'm like, Sally Acorn! Immediately text my brother, who's a big Sonic fan. I'm like, I just met Acorn! He's like, man, I'm disappointed it took you this long to find them. And I'm like, you know, good point. There was also a wonderful Shadow the Hedgehog plushie meetup. That I definitely did not, quote-unquote, abuse my social media powers to promote, because I just really like Shadow the Hedgehog. I brought my little Shadow plushie, Sheriff Shadow. He's got a little sheriff hat. That was really fun.
Did anyone bring a Honkle?
No one had Honkle! No one had a Honkle! There was a Sonic the Hedgehog fursuiter that came and everyone was like teasing. So it was really, lots of good Sonic energy. Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna save this story for another time, but I have a great story about this guy who was like drunkenly yapping at me during the Not Safe for Work sketchbook swap, and I wound up with a free copy of his book, and oh my god.
Is it bad?
It's not a good book, it's a bad book, but I will save the full story for that for another time, because that's just chef's kiss. That was an experience.
I would love to know. What's the book about, if you don't mind me asking?
Everything and nothing.
Is it just some guy's rants?
No, it's... Oh god, no, I put the book in the other room. It's like or like Gaia, Children of the Moon, book 1 of 3. It's like a whole thing.
It sounds like something like a teenager would write and think it's the coolest thing ever, and then look back on 5 years later and go, I was so cringy.
This was recently published by a man who had at least had to be in his 30s, if not older.
Yeah.
Quite a time. What else happened at A&E? Fursuited. I was potentially gonna wind up in a first FurryCon video with my Madam Web popcorn bucket, but I did not make the final cut, unfortunately. Tragic.
Oh, that reminds me. I ended up getting filmed for one of Kite's videos, right? And then I watched that video that came out. I got cut.
No!
Every single time Kite makes a video and we hang out and stuff, I get cut from the final cut. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when or where, I just get cut. Which frustrates the heck out of me.
Yeah.
It's like, I made this suit, please show me off. I know it's cool. And then he's like, cool fursuiters. And I'm like, yeah? No? Shit.
Oh.
It's not as weird as me getting recognized by somebody dressing up as one of my idols in the VTuber community.
Yeah?
Somebody was dressed up as Gura Gawar, and they were like, oh, I know you! I watched one of your streams, like, on Twitch, and I'm like, what? It was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had, because I'm not used to getting recognized.
I have been recognized all of twice. And almost every time, my heart sinks because I'm like, they're gonna tell me I'm a terrible person. Because most of the time, right, when I think about the people that have recognized me, I just think, okay, I'm in trouble now for some reason. And I'm gonna get screamed at for no reason. Because, like, that's what my parents conditioned me for. Because, like, I got yelled at a lot for the most mundane crap. So a lot of what I would end up with is, oh, I recognize you, or they just say my name, and I'm like, I'm about to get kicked out of the con now, aren't I? And every single time it's like, no, I love you watching your videos. I'm like, cool. My anxiety is dumb.
No, I know exactly how that feels.
Where you're just like, oh yeah,
This is it.
Being recognized, oh, this is it. I'm gonna get fucking, this is gonna be the end of me.
The only time I would say that would be perfectly justifiable to panic is if you don't do content creation.
Oh, I do content creation and I still panic because I'm not...
Well, I mean, hello, Mr. If you're under 18, then you're 12. Of course people are gonna recognize you.
Okay, you want to tell Twitch... if you want to tell Twitch about that, because I'm pretty sure most people... How is chat holding up, by the way? I haven't asked about that for a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want to tell chat about that, go for it.
Well, I believe it's just called if you're under 18, then you're 12.
Yeah.
Well, it is a panel. What was the origins behind that again?
We found a room with mics on, and we entered and sat on in the room with the mics on for 2 hours because there was nothing scheduled for 2 hours.
Did you guys
and then
walk in there without getting a panel put on?
We didn't. So there was no panel at all. Also, the Polar Bear 13 says hi! Hi, Polar Bear, please feel free to follow. Welcome to the stream. So, we walked in to the room. There were mics set up. So this wasn't planned at all. We walked into the room, saw the mics were on, and went, we can be annoying! And proceeded to be annoying. To not only the con staff, but also to security in the hotel. And then we got something like $500 for the charity. And then we just proceeded to keep doing that.
That's incredible. I didn't know about the charity part. That's awesome.
Yeah, I generally don't mention it because it's the least interesting part of that entire thing.
Yeah, but it's still cool.
Anything 500 for charity? I mean, hey.
Yeah, we got 500 for charity because somebody came up, dropped money at the table and said, "Stop singing!"
Oh my god.
Because we were singing so loud you could hear it from outside the building.
That's incredible.
And then we got main stage last year at Anthro, Ohio.
Yeah, it was absolutely wild.
And-
I am so proud of you.
And we filled a little bit more than half the room, and it was fun. Oh no, it was not "The Song Will Never End." It was, "If you're under 18, then you're 12. If you're under 18, then you're 12. If you're on it, if you're..."
I think they were just referencing.
Yeah. It was...
I quit!
I quit? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, managed to get paid for singing badly. That's a first.
Well, it wasn't that we were singing badly. It's that we were singing loudly. And it was annoying. So essentially we got the whole room to sing multiple times over and over and over again. Anytime we felt like we were going on too much of a tangent. So essentially, we'd start talking, we'd get on a good topic, we'd start laughing, we'd have a good time, and then somebody would find it kind of boring, and then we'd start singing because the other person started singing to interrupt everybody. The whole room would sing, then we'd start a new topic, and then we'd come up with some new gimmick. The point is to just keep a conversation going while interrupting people, and that was also what sparked these streams. Because I love...
There's a great photo of your panel on Fur Track, under Anthro, Ohio. I think I've sent it to you before.
Yeah, you have. It is an image.
That artist, by the way, that was doing all the art.
Oh yeah, there was an artist.
Lovely job.
There was an artist that did a bunch of art for that that one panel. Like, they were drawing us as we were doing things and doing memes. That's somewhere on the internet. I never got a link to it. There's like 14 or 15 different drawings from that hour block of time that we carved out.
And because of me and my joke inside the house with bells, spawned a whole joke in that.
Right. Yeah, so that panel is something else. I don't think I'm doing it this year.
Yeah?
I'll be honest. I don't feel like I have time to do it anymore. Last year I was stretching it because I didn't have time to plan the panel beforehand because I was making fursuits. And this year I'm not even entirely sure if I jumped.
That one's tricky.
I'm not even entirely sure if I'd have time to plan it this year for most of the same reasons as I am working on a video game. That's going to take up a lot of my time aside from the streams and stuff, so I've gotta, you know, pick and choose what I do. So, how's everybody in chat doing? Everybody holding up well? There we go. Timing! It's fun.
It is fun. I like all the other elements that they incorporated from the other games into this.
That was close.
Yeah.
That was so close.
That them dogs is doing well. Glad to hear it.
Glad to hear. Good to hear.
I'm being slowly driven insane by a male. Wait, a male koi? Oh, it's chainmail.
Oh,
Ooh.
those are interesting to see.
Yeah, their progress is really good.
One of the panel members for that panel show is a woman by the name of Sigma, and she does blacksmithing.
That's so cool.
Blacksmithing?
Sigma does blacksmithing, and she's pretty good at it. Blacksmithing and leather stuff. She's really interesting. I've watched them make chainmail before while I was working on a art commission for them, because I was working on the poster for their panel, which is not happening at MCFC this year. So that was actually going to be a panel that I was going to be on, but hearing that it got canceled was a sigh of relief, because I want to save the money so I can buy a house. Which is what all the follows for this channel are going to do. If we can get to the point where we can get donations and stuff, any money I get are going to be put towards costs to buy a house, so I can live, so I can keep doing my thing. E. Yeah, I spent a lot of time playing this game. A lot of time playing this game. This is Powered Up is one of those games that helped me get through my parents' divorce. I played it a lot, but between this, Megaman 10, and me eventually getting an NES and playing through multiple different series, Mega Man is the one series that I have played on and off over the years that is like comfort food. No matter how much I play it, there's a point where I get tired, but then I come back, and then when I come back, I play even more. Like, I don't stop. And I know it's dumb, but this is the game I play. Revolt says, oh right, the whole housing issue. How did that go? So, we, at the moment, if we wanted to take out a home loan, we could. And we could actually buy a house. However, if we wait a year, our credit will be even higher and our payments will be even lower. So we're going to wait for that. So at the end of the start of next year, we are going to be attempting to buy a house. And hopefully everything will be okay. Because my husband's credit is really good. So we're actually looking not too bad. We're probably going to check again near the end of this year to try to buy it. And then we're basically going to, at the end of the lease in December, we're just going to jump to the next thing. Or we're just going to move. And that's going to be it. I'm going to stop and take a look at where everybody's at and whatnot first, though. I want to make sure everybody in my house is okay, because I do have roommates, like Casey. You live in your room.
They are but a creature.
Yeah, you want to talk about creatures? We got people living upstairs. The voices down the hall.
As you were saying, though.
But yeah, I want to make sure everybody in my house is okay, because I'm not going. We had a roommate named Brent, and he did a lot of the stuff for the house for a while, and he left us basically screwed. At the end of 2 years living together, he left us screwed. So the last year, me and Truman have been doing it mostly on our own. We had some help, but it's more or less been. We got more roommates in. A new roommate.
He did no issues.
What? No issues?
No, I love the fact that he claimed that he wasn't an issue.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't a benefactor to any of the issues in the house.
Yeah, there were some issues that he caused, black clothes and stuff. I for as much as I'm like, Brent was kind of cool, Brent was kind of bad. He did not have a good attitude, and it affected everybody in the house. And yeah, no, when he moved out, I was upset because I was like, what am I gonna do? He's just been lying to me for a whole month about the lease. What if I can't get it renewed? And then our the landlord was like, yeah, no, you're fine.
I still find it funny that I have a bit of news.
About
I
what?
saw him at the Furble.
You saw him at the Furble. How'd that go?
He came up to me. He's just like, you look familiar. And I said, what if I told you I was your roommate?
What do you say to that?
He was like, I don't recognize you at all. What happened? And I was just like, I lost weight and I cut my hair. He wouldn't stop talking at me though. That's the scary part.
Oh
no.
Yeah. he's... To say he's a strange individual is, quite a bit, because, yeah, I don't know how best to put this. He says he's asexual. It doesn't mean aromantic. But he's very sexually inclined, which it's odd.
Now, Ace Flux does exist,
But I don't
but
know.
he doesn't act it.
No, he's just very strange. So I haven't mentioned some of the mechanics of the board. So you can hit up and jump to stop the board at any time, and the game never tells you this. So you can actually just slide up, slide it to Electman, and then just hit up and jump to
Can you
hop off
also
the board.
hold back to slow down?
You can hold back to slow down and forward to speed up, and the oil floats in water. And the game never explains most of this, and it's required to finish some of the challenges for Oilman. And, yeah, the game just doesn't tell you, which is crazy. But we'll get to some of the character-specific stuff when we actually go and play as the characters. It matters less as Mega Man, it matters way more when you play as Oilman. Alright. Gotta do this one buster only, because Super Arm is not...
I mean, at least he's not like Chill Man and Quick Man, who are just like, yeah, your attack doesn't work.
Well, actually, Chill Man's does work really well. If you've never... You should watch me play Mega Man 10. I'm gonna be honest, you should watch me play Mega Man 10 while using Chill Man. I use that thing in 2 different ways.
No, I'm talking about the deflection. And also, I think I've mentioned the wrong Robot Master. You know how if you use the wrong weapon on Quick Man, he'll just kind of shrug it off and do a pose?
Yeah.
That's what I'm referring to. I think I mentioned the wrong Robot Master.
I don't know what Robot Master you're trying to reference, but...
Isn't it the one from 7 that does that?
Oh, Freeze Man.
Freeze Man, thank you. I'm so sorry.
I thought you were talking about the Chill Spike. I'm like, that's... Alright.
For context,
These are all Mega Man games that we'll get to probably in about a month.
also like the little thing he does after he gets hooked up.
Oh man, so awkward roommate situation. Artie, have you ever had a roommate?
In college, yeah.
How'd that go?
They were alright. College roommates are funky, because, like, college is such a weird time for people. And so, like, there were good times, there were really weird times, and there were bad times, but could have been worse, could have been better.
Yeah, Brent kind of stayed always on the weird side. I could never figure out with him what exactly he wanted out of everybody. It was always, leave me alone. And then it was, I'm lonely. I'm like, dude, what do you want? What do you want?
That, and he would act like everyone was trying to steal his
Oh,
ideas
right.
with drawing.
Yeah.
Or drawing
Yeah,
with writing.
he wrote a lot, and he'd always cover up his screen anytime anybody even walked into the room.
But here's the thing, I understand if you press the keystroke, like, for Alt-Tab.
But he
like,
would cover up the screen with his hands. It was very strange.
Well, with me, though, he would Alt-Tab, but he would press the Tab key way too hard.
Yeah,
You could hear
it
it.
was always slam the keys,
like,
cover the screen.
He was like, dude, I don't...
Nobody's coming in to read your writings. I promise you. I don't have time to sit there and grammar check your writings. I always, my husband also does a little bit of writing here and there, and I asked Brett one time, I was like, maybe you two could have time and do a writing room thing. My husband attempted to do that, hang out one afternoon. It did not go well, and he never did that ever again.
On the scene.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
The copy bot.
So here's the copy robot. If you want, could you turn on the fan real quick, Case? It's really
Okay, I was not going to because I didn't want to frick with audio.
No, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Demon eater.
It's getting warm. I should.
We could make pork buns if you want.
Maybe.
No, I'm just saying with how hot it is. It just feels like an oven. Do you want a hair tie?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna with itself. That's the perks of having long hair, chat. If you have long hair, you can technically make your own hair tie.
Oh,
I don't know if I've ever had hair long enough to do that.
He just changed to super arm, and now I get to talk about the weird thing. So Kadibot copies all the powers. When he's in super arm, he can't attack. That's not a move. You need.
He still won.
You need a block. Yeah. Well, his shots do twice the damage that your Buster does.
I know I'm being funny, but I didn't realize he would switch to super arm.
I've never seen him do that. Really, I've heard about it. I've seen him do it in the NES game, but I've never seen him do it here. It's actually a strategy in the NES game because he doesn't change.
Yeah, that's right. He copies what you have.
Yeah, in the NES one, he copies what you have, and that's it. Here, he can change, because it's just a straight copy of you. So they made a pattern based on you having all of the stuff. And what's really neat here is this is the first introduction to this technique. If you use a weakness, he takes more damage, and he instantly switches to another weapon. So you can actually beat the copy bot by using what you know about the Robot Masters.
You just have to recognize the color of the weapon.
Yep.
Which is interesting. I actually did not know that.
So that is something that they did again with the final boss, and honestly, I think it's just really neat.
Oh, good job.
I still find it funny that I struggled with every boss up until him, and then just completely decimated him because he just had that. He had Skullman mentality.
Hey, Case, before we move on to the next thing, do you think you could do a normal run of the Yellow Devil for me?
I was wondering when you were gonna ask for that.
I want to showcase something, but for me to showcase it, we have to beat the Yellow Devil on normal, and Casey is really good at that. Oh, and it'll give me a small break while I can read chat and see what's up. We're getting to about an hour and 40 minutes. If you haven't followed yet, please do, and if feel free to share the stream around. That would be pretty awesome. So Artie,
Yeah.
I know it's been a little bit. There was some story you wanted to tell me next time you started talking. I think it's in our Telegram chat where you mentioned it.
Oh jeez. I feel like I have a lot of stories, so now I gotta remember what is the story.
I don't remember either. It might have been friend drama, which probably shouldn't be talked about on stream.
Yeah.
But it could have been something else. Let me pull it up. Let me scroll back through.
Oh yeah, no, it involves friend drama with fursuit repair. Woof. Oh wait, no. That one, no. I sent you a video message of that. Or
Yeah, we
audio
voice message.
I'm just searching story on Telegram.
Oh, shoot. I don't know. I did some 3D modeling stuff recently. Oh, I didn't mention that about Hyperbomb, by the way, chat. Hyperbomb can be used to get rid of enemy shields, which is why I was using it against the Sniper Joe. It is considered an explosive weapon. Sometimes, some games later on in the series will also do that effect, and those weapons are generally called impact weapons. So Hyperbomb is an explosive impact weapon. So that's some.
Oh, that is some very good RNG.
It is, yeah. I'd say it is.
Anyways, yeah, I think it's awesome.
Let's see, an Eggman tile set, me testing out different stuff.
I'm gonna actually be right back. I need to switch out laundry real quick, but I'll be back very shortly.
You're good. I did some art stuff yesterday that I kind of want to talk about. I guess we could talk. Oh, you know what I should probably mention.
What?
I should definitely mention the new panel. Oh, you were right at the checkpoint too. You got this, Case.
Yeah, I got it.
So,
I have to play it a
Oh,
bit more
you
smarter.
can get the extra life too.
Yeah.
So one thing that I should probably did the game's audio cut out? It shouldn't have. No, it's still going from OBS.
Let me check real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, okay, that was weird. The game's back now. Yeah, sorry. Forgot to unmute my mic after while testing. That was weird. I had to change the input sources for a second. So... Where was I at on the... You don't ever want to jump off a ladder case.
Ready?
There's 9 times out of 10. I ain't hearing hear you. Okay, yeah. The game's back now.
I leave and the game disappears?
The game's audio was messing up. Right, I was talking about art stuff. So, Artie, you saw the J. Jonah Jameson from yesterday.
Yes.
I have never drawn J. Jonah before. But, and chat, if you haven't seen it before, I have a Telegram art dump. Links are somewhere on Twitch. I don't know exactly where to put it. On YouTube, they're usually in the description. But I put the art piece for that.
You can place that in your links.
I did put it in the links.
Yeah, so ask them to go to your channel and...
Check out my channel links, guys. There's the Discord and the Telegram art dump there. But I posted it both there and on Twitter, and Blue Sky. And, I gotta say, drawing J. Jonah was funny because when I started drawing it, I had Casey in the room guessing what character I was drawing, and I did like the whole, like most of the face, but the minute I drew the mustache was when she was like, "It's J. Jonah!" She guessed Namor, Iron Man.
Hey, guess Iron Man. I said...
You asked if it was...
No, I said it was just Robert Downey Jr. in general.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Not him playing Iron Man, just the
This
actor.
is first. A robot made
But I was doing that while...
Well, you're gonna have
I
to
did
get
that
out of my way.
after animating the follow us down there on the bottom of the screen. It's time for a little bit of concentration. I'm sure Casey's gonna get this down.
Yes.
I am terrible at the Yellow Devil. I'm not bad when it comes to the original version, but this version is really bad.
Up down is typically what you want to remember.
Yeah. I'm just bad at this one, and plus you can't stand in either of the places where the twisters of his body start. So, in all other versions, when he switches sides, it fills in the left side of the room. Here, they leave those areas completely empty. I did an art piece last year of the Yellow Devil fighting. Actually, I did 3 Mega Man related pieces in the same style where it got progressively darker as things went. And I ended on the Yellow Devil piece. I thought about doing more of them. I'll definitely have to showcase them on the channel. Same with the J. Jonah piece. But, yeah, so I updated Krita, and it just had a whole bunch of new brushes, and I just playing with them.
Nice.
So that was part of it, and so was animating the Follow Us stuff. Like, I had to update the application to get animating on curves to work. For those who don't know what animating on curves is, it's tweening. It's tweening and opacity. And then messing with that on a graph to get the positions, rotations, and movement that you want. And I had never done that before. I've animated with tweens before, but generally it's in my video editor. And I normally don't do that. So, first time for everything.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just vibing. Seeing what chat thinks. Chat, what do you guys think of the Yellow Devil? You guys have any struggles with it? I do plan on having more stuff for chat to do in the future, but for the first couple streams, it's going to be pretty plain cut and dry.
The Dumb Dog says, God, I hate working with curves and tweening.
Yeah, it was a bit of a pain. My art application actually made it pretty simple, but it glitched once or twice. But once I got it figured out, So the movement down there at the bottom was a movement tween, and then the fading for Artie and Casey was also another tweet. It was an opacity. It was so weird. So essentially I had to take the art piece and then add a tweening layer and then add an opacity layer. Which is weird because normally when you draw, opacity is not something you have to mess with. You doing okay, guys?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Hope I'm not distracting you too much.
I'm just trying to focus, and it's alright.
Surprised Feb hasn't hopped on yet. They were in the Discord right before we went live.
Which scared them.
Seems like you've gotten a little bit too comfortable with down. Can we get some hype in chat for Casey?
Can we get some salt in chat for Casey too? They might need that.
I think we need salt in chat for Artie. I still can't believe it. State of emergency for salt.
Like, they said, and then I like read the notice and they're like, this is so we can buy salt from like a different manufacturer than like the state ordained one. And I'm like, that's so weird that you have to declare an emergency to get salt. And that Dumb Dog says, here's salt for good luck.
You got salt for good luck, Casey. I believe in her. I think she can
What
do it.
really sucks is
Why?
because my body just woke up.
Oh, that's the worst. You're like, no, I want sleep. Your body's like,
Just not long enough for me to rest.
I went to bed around 5-ish o'clock. I should have been to bed sooner. But then I got woken up with a hamburger and coffee, so I cannot complain. me in a good mood. It's delicious. Every now and again, when McDonald's makes something right, like,
Yeah, that McDonald's that I kept going to, actually, I burnt my tongue on the burger. They actually...
like their stuff is fresh. It's good. That's fine. We'll let you focus for a big case.
Colt says, I would, but I screw up one of the links, and now I'm trying to keep calm and focused. Oh, that's... I hate when you're, like, making... Like, I've had it when I'm sewing something, I'm, like, doing good progress, and then you realize you, like, something's messed up, and you're like, oh boy.
I've done that way too often. Like, so often you'd think that I wouldn't get anything done, and yet I still get a ton done. Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion.
Persisted.
Maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion, but I mean it. Like, I feel like I do that so much that I'm just... Yeah, we'll be playing through a bunch of the Mega Man games back to back. I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm excited to be doing Powered Up again. I'm excited to do multiple streams of Powered Up. Not everything that I do on here will be 4 hours, but quite a bit of it will be a little bit longer than I do for YouTube.
The Twitch special.
You gotta treat the Twitch audience with some respect, because I hear that I hear the Twitch audience is quite sophisticated. Bow ties, memes, curtains, screaming chihuahua.
That's me.
So, fun fact about this boss, my husband did this once and got double hits on the yellow devil. You can do 2 hits in the classic mode.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you, Casey, for doing that. Round of applause for the girl.
You did well.
Yay, Casey. See, this all helped.
I'm counting on.
Sophisticated is not the word I would use. Because of how much they hang out in my chat, because we do share chat members,
Yeah?
they would know that from my streams, sophisticated is definitely not the word.
Well, it may not be the word, but it's the word I'm gonna use
I do have
to make you guys feel really special.
I do have unfortunate news.
What's the unfortunate news?
Frank. My Tamagotchi child.
Did it die?
No. The emulator did not save.
Well, then you'll have to make a new Frank.
Yep. So the
Call him Frank, too.
But here's the thing. It's saved on a basis of files.
Yeah?
So we lost Frank. Now hold on. I realize this is a very good thing that it saves like that, because if I am to have Frank on stream, that means we'd lose almost no progress in between. Because with Tamagotchis, the growth never stops. But with this...
Okay, so Frank isn't growing in the background?
Yeah, Frank would not grow in the background, only during streams.
So I have a Tamagotchi story.
Yeah.
I do. So Tamagotchis are...
Frank is not dead.
Frank is not dead. So Tamagotchis are really interesting because, you're right, they don't stop growing. There was a girl who thought it was really hip to have a Tamagotchi because, you know, old tech. It was high school, middle of history class, senior year. Her keychain just started buzzing and beeping. She's like, I don't know how to turn it off.
The manual didn't tell you?
Yeah, she didn't have one.
She bought it off of eBay?
Yeah, and just started beeping in class in the middle of a test.
Oh,
So,
no.
My teacher was not amused.
No, I don't blame them.
And it was my very strict history teacher.
So, do you want to know something interesting about the Tamagotchi? There is a built-in pause feature.
Yeah,
For that specifically. It
yeah,
was cool.
yeah. She didn't know any of that. She just thought it was a cute keychain and put a new battery in it and everything, thinking nothing of it. And it caused her to fail a test. She never brought the Tamagotchi back to school after that.
I mean, like, some of the older ones you couldn't pause. Like, because I had some of the older ones when I was, like, in elementary school, and you couldn't pause. They just, like, you'd go to school and they'd just, like, die.
Yep.
So, Gen 1 actually did have pausing.
Yeah.
I had Gen 3, maybe?
We made it,
Don't
Chad.
quote me.
We made it to Dr. Wily.
And his capsule of doom!
We made it to Dr. Willy.
No, Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wally.
Wow, well.
Wily always wins.
I did enjoy this fight a lot. Both the capsule and...
If only I
So,
programmed you
this is
differently
really
back then,
neat.
It would have been genius.
So he says the same thing in Japanese, right?
I'm really
That he
angry,
says
Dr.
only
Wily.
if you only I had
These
programmed you
innocent
differently
robots
back
were
then
evil
for
for
Mega
years.
Man, right?
I won't forgive you for this.
Yeah.
For some reason, for some ungodly reason, they kept some Americans who play these games were like, oh yeah, Wily had no part of making Mega Man or Proto Man, and they're like, I don't know why all the U.S. media keeps saying that Wily helped work on Mega Man, and I'm like, because he did, because he worked on Rockman. So, there's just some weird revisionist history with that I still don't understand entirely.
Yeah, because, Wily and Light were lab partners.
Yeah, even in Mega Man 11, we end up seeing it, like, firsthand. So his weakness is continually changing based on the color of his head. That is what you want to use.
Dr. Wally says that number.
Okay, I had the Wally PSP game, and I could never beat it because, like, the controls for Wally were so jank in some levels, I just couldn't beat it.
I couldn't get past the tutorial area because the controls were so jank.
Who else played the Wii version?
There was the Wii version?
Yes, Wally was on Xbox, PSP, and Wii.
I had the PSP version. My dad bought it shortly after we saw Wally in theaters.
The game is really good. There is a lot of jank, but if you can look past that, decent game.
It's one I wanted to go back and try playing because, like, I didn't hate it. It just I reached a point where I'm like, I literally can't do it.
There was just too much jank. I just couldn't get far enough to actually make a difference.
It could be Up. Up was a very bad game.
Oh, I had to choose between Wally or Up, and I chose Wally. And
Good.
my dad asked me which one I liked more, and I was like, I like Wally because there's robots. Yeah.
I still like the whole headcanon that some people have that he's actually just coding.
Who?
Megaman.
No. There's no headcanon like that. I've never heard a person say that.
You just said that.
No.
Earlier in the
Yeah,
stream.
when I had only played Mega Man 6 at that time.
I'm just talking about people in general. There are people who think that he is human.
They are very wrong.
Oh, look.
Speak of the devil and they shall appear. Hey, Bev, how you doing? Thanks for the follow.
That dumb dog asked, is that the one that lets you do 6 skateboard tricks? The Wally one?
Yes. Yes.
It's been so many years since I played that game.
It lets you do skateboard tricks because there's like a divot. There's like a ramp area, and that's where I got stuck.
It took me forever to get onto the spaceship, like, in the movie, and, the first spaceship level was, like, chase a character, and I just couldn't keep up. That's what I remember, and then I just, like, hadn't gone back to it.
I got stuck on the by and large, stage, towards the beginning, where you go into the building.
Yeah, I think I was stuck on that one for a while, too! Like, there were some jumps, and it just, like, the platforming or something was just terrible.
It was the physics puzzle that got me.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I beat Portal 2.
Okay. So here's something else that's weird. So you guys are talking about Wally on PSP, right? Did you know that they ported the Wii version of the Ghostbusters game?
Yeah, I had that.
It's good.
I played a little bit of it. I don't know why I didn't finish it. Not because
I
it wasn't
only
fun
beat
or anything,
the,
but I have that somewhere, I think.
I have every version of Ghostbusters the video game because I am a nut and I loved that game so much growing up.
Yeah, you had me play the non-cartoon version.
The remastered version they put out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Which it's good. It's good.
I'm still surprised I found a cart of Ghostbusters Extreme for a
Yeah, Casey got me a gift last year of Extreme Ghostbusters for Game Boy Advance.
Isn't it like a rare card or something like that?
I had never seen it. I had been searching for it for years. I don't know how rare it is, but I've never had it.
I think that
In
was
chat, Feb says, I'm hanging in there. I'm waiting on work to update me. Been playing Minecraft and aim training. Nice.
So this is Mega Man powered up? Yep.
This is powered up. This is the game. This is a PSP title. It is pretty awesome. There's a lot of content here.
I feel like the PSP doesn't get a lot of
Love?
a lot of love. Yeah.
I love my PSP so much. Like, it is the machine that my dad got me when I was a kid. And at the time I was a bit ungrateful because, you know, I was a kid. I wanted a DS. But I changed my mind last minute. I already told them I wanted a PSP. I kept flip-flopping.
Oh, jeez.
I found out later that my parents kept going back to the store and trading it in.
Oh, no!
Because my dad couldn't figure out whether I wanted a DS or a PSP, and when I finally said PSP, he said, "That's it, we're sticking with this."
That's awful. I mean,
And then
you're a
I-
kid, you wouldn't know. I'm trying to surprise you. That's so fucking funny.
I found that out years later, but they ended up getting me Ratchet and Clank for PSP because they saw how much I liked it. So when we went to North Carolina. I think we went to North or South Carolina for a holiday when I was little. And the people who stayed at the beach house that we were staying at before us left a PlayStation 2 and Ratchet and Clank, and I got to play like the first 3 levels of Ratchet and Clank before they came back to grab their PS2. And I had so much fun with that I was like, I was really happy with that experience. And my dad was like, he likes this game, we're gonna get him Ratchet and Clank on PSP. So I've always had a love for Ratchet and Clank Size Matter.
I actually had no idea you liked Ratchet and Clank.
I love Ratchet
I played
and
it
Clank.
recently.
I've got all but 2 Ratchet and Clank games.
Which ones are those?
I'm missing Assault on PS3 and one of the other ones on PS3, but I have every other game physically, including the newest one. And it was one of the first games I got on PSP. I got that and Mercury Meltdown. And I didn't get Mega Man 11, Mega Man Powered Up until 2011.
Pretty good.
I don't even remember how I got it either. I just have it. I was looking for it. I remember hunting. Because I was hunting for that, and then I immediately after I found it, I found Maverick Hunter X a couple of months later.
Wow.
And I have a story about that. So the PSP will keep things in RAM, right? If you take the UMD disc out, while a level is still in RAM, you can play the rest of that stage. Game over, and it crashes and closes the game. So I went to the store, played a demo, like put the disc in, started Storm Eagle stage, then took the UMD out because I couldn't afford the game, gave it back to the clerk, and then about 3 minutes later I game overed in the parking lot in Storm Eagle stage, and I didn't get to play any more of Maverick Hunter X until I could afford it.
Dang.
Oh, man.
I was so frustrated. I was like, I wanted to play more of this. Dang it. But we just unlocked Charge Style Mega Man. So we're going to keep on rolling. It's not, we're not done yet. Like I said, we're doing 4 hours today, and we're only at 2. So. Whew. We can load our file and everything else. So. First up, let's change out into charge. How's chat holding up? Everybody doing good? Anything interesting happening?
They're just kind of there.
They're just there.
Only games I've played was Need for
Gavin?
Speed, some Toyota Racer, and GTA VC and ISC.
I don't know what any of those
I believe it's Vice City, and I don't know what the last one is.
are. Careful, Icarus. Oh my gosh.
That dumb dogs. Nothing interesting ever happens with me, but I'm here chilling.
You're chilling. I'm vibing.
Oh yeah. I'm also stepping away from the mic for a couple minutes. I will return.
I'm gonna attempt hard mode here with the charge shot. So, with Megaman.exe, we have the slide, which this is still the slow version of the slide from Megaman.exe. So there's lag on getting down and lag getting up, but it's snappier because you can jump out. And then the charge shot has an annoying sound, but since we're up against Mega Man 1 enemies, the charge shot is stupid powerful. It pierces enemies. Even the mid shot does the same amount as the massive shot, whereas in other Mega Man games, most of the other ones, the mid shot does the same amount as a single shot, so, but here it does the 3. So anything other than your buster, anything other than your smaller shot is good. The nice thing about that is you could have 2 more shots after this. The big shot, though, does have some lag after you shoot it because you're stunned because of the recoil. And that is a small reference to Mega Man 4 for Game Boy, where there is actually recoil for charge shots. And I can't wait to show that game because it is stupid, ridiculously hard. So there are 3 frames of knockback, 3 small pixels of knockback every time you shoot a fully charged shot, even in the air. So you'll get knocked backwards from whichever way you shoot.
Oh, okay. So, see, I didn't see it. I thought it was an eye.
Careful, Icarus. I should
just start referencing Mega Man from Game Master.
I should probably tell chat what that's from, shouldn't I? Should I tell chat about Careful, Icarus?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's a late night show with Steve Ferguson, and one of the gags that he does is Careful, Icarus.
I remember you struggling with this really bad.
Yeah, I'm not great at this fight. It is tricky. This is one of the harder fights in the game. I love this boss fight in this game particularly. I don't really care for it in the NES version. I just think it's boring. But here, I don't know. It's tough. Thank you. Thank you. My index finger twitched.
I'm sorry, that was funny to just, like...
I'm charging up all of a sudden. He's got that bit of Careful Icarus, and believe it or not, that late show is actually where I get a lot of my really dumb humor from. One hit away. I can do it. I can do it. So right now it looks like we're sitting at 16 followers. How many does it take for the 150? Okay, so chat, our goal, our starting goal is 50. Okay, if you know anybody, and want to share the stream around, go for it.
I just love the
Why?
because they assume people are stupid, and sometimes they screw up in the scripting. Because it'll say, like, I don't know if I told you about it. A scam bot tried to get me, and what it did is it put down the entire list of what it's supposed to do and how the scam works in my chat log.
When you tell AI that it's got to write code for a scam, and it's decided it's gonna just write the instructions.
Yeah, it was just like, type this, convince streamer to do this. Tell them that this is a good thing for them. Pretend to be human. Pretend to be human. Pretend to be human.
What the heck?
Well, you're not hurt.
Casey's broken.
No.
Pretending
He
to be
typed
human.
it 3 times.
It's really trying to remember that.
I started dying, and we were just like, chat, we gotta do it to him.
That is funny. Ah, man.
I got it covered.
Yeah, but I figured today it'll be a nice long stream. Everybody will be happy. Also, so in between, last time you guys see me on YouTube, I decided to do some changes to some of my habits. I finally got rid of Chrome, and so now I'm on the Opera browser, which is nice, and I'm looking at the stream bitrate. It's so much higher now.
Oh, you know.
I knew, but I didn't know that it. I didn't know that it was that Chrome was affecting it that much.
Probably about time excuse me. It's about time I uninstalled Chrome and just moved my stuff.
Why
I did. I have Chrome because I still haven't transferred all of my accounts over.
Oh, see,
I transferred my main account.
I transferred what I needed, what I use. My husband also switched over because he doesn't use the computer that much, but he wants to. He decided, you know, we're both tired of Google and its advertising. Because, like, legitimately, if you've never been off of the Chrome browser, I'm sure you've seen, like, the sheer amount of ads on things. You don't realize how often they are advertising to you until you switch over to something that's cleaner. Like, it's just insane the amount of ads that Google feels is comfortable with shoving in your face. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I get it, like, I understand they need to make money, but, like, no. Yeah, it's why I'm not charging up I'm not gonna be charging much
it's
after
funny
this.
because you were talking and all I heard was noise.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you stopped, my mind came to and was just like, oh yeah, I'm kind of doing a stream.
Oh yeah, that sound is
It's
omnipresent.
draining.
It is omnipresent. If you ever think the guts platforms in Mega Man 1 are bad, try here. So, there is a problem with Powered Up that they fixed in Mega Man 11. And it's because they weren't really used to working with 3D models and 3D space on a 2D plane. And that is the view you have of the platform changes, whether it be left to right. So you can see the right side of that box there. When you get up to it, though, it's gone. But then when you walk to the left, you can see a little bit of the left-hand side. It's not for everything, but look, there it is. You can see the in-between of that. They did not realize, while making this game, that would be a problem. And it ends up making platforming harder, because if you're watching something from the edge of the screen, the front-facing view and the side-facing view is different. So the hitbox
That's a good
is different.
example right there to show.
Yeah. So like when you're up against a block, you can see it's up against a block. It's flat. But let's say I'm gonna try to make it to the right there. I'd stop right beforehand. But right there normally would be a block. It's just because of the angle. It's a weird angle to work with. And it makes platforming, especially on the Guts platforms, way harder than it actually is. Which is why my trick for it is pay attention to the 2D elements in the background. They're flat, they're straight ahead, and then once you get used to that, you can just kind of go. We got another follower.
I got you covered. Good old El Ray!
Welcome, El Ray. How you doing today, bud? We just unlocked Shark Shot Megaman.
So I assume you're going for a second round?
We are going for other difficulties right now, as well as any missing puzzle pieces that we haven't grabbed as Megaman. Construction piece. Yeah, I can only get that as Iceman. You need to freeze the baton on the screen. Do you not have... Okay. Does that look like a standable platform? No. Icemans make them blocks. Standable. That are frozen for longer. Megamans aren't standable.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting you can play this. I'm sorry. I was like, you have this weapon. What are you talking about? This is why I shouldn't be allowed to be on the microphone with Drew's stream.
No, you're fine.
It is something my chat would gaslight me on.
Hey, Artie, you back yet?
Men only.
Or did she have to run?
Don't belong here.
She said she was gonna be gone for a second.
Time to punch out and go home, Dutch man.
Alright, well.
They said they had something to do, so.
I mentioned at the beginning of the stream how I was playing this. I didn't mention anything beyond that. So, allow me to bring up how I'm playing this again, so that way then, chat can marvel at something silly. So, it's kind of tough to capture PSP footage. Most handheld footage is a little bit trickier to capture. You either have to emulate it, or you have to run a very specific table that makes the gameplay look worse and appear small on your screen. I didn't mean to use it yet. Yep.
He's not letting up.
Nope. Instead of doing recording from a PSP with the weird cables that I can't hook up to my TV because I just don't have a converter for them, I am using a PlayStation TV, which uses real PS Vita hardware, which, for those who don't know, the PS Vita has some real PSP hardware in it, making this less emulation than, say, PPSSPP, so it's more accurate.
Nicely done.
That was a lot easier. He just didn't tunnel. Every now and again, I'll luck out. Gutsman just won't tunnel.
I just found it funny that he did it consecutively like 6 times.
Oh yeah, he'll do that. If you want to read chat real quick.
Yep. My brother had the PS Vita TV.
Great job!
It
Even
was
you're all
like
on
the
the
coolest
next
thing
stage
at the
too,
time. Sorry, had.
Ah, yeah. So, the PlayStation TV is funny. It's not something that I personally needed at the time when I bought it. It was more of, I was thinking about a couple games that I needed to record. And I was like, well, I could do Ultimate Ghost and Goblins, Mega Man Powered Up, and Megaman.exe, Megaman.exe. And then I just ended up using PPSSPP for it. And I spent like $150 on this thing. And I'm thinking, I'm looking at it going, I should just use this for today's stream. And I'm going to use that for every PSP game going forward because using this PlayStation 3 controller is really, really comfortable.
Well, to go, yes, the PSP, my first quote-unquote phone.
Yeah, it did have compatibility with like certain like, stuff. You could actually use the Vita as a phone.
Really?
Yeah, it had
I
phone.
didn't realize
It had 5G compatibility and or not 5G.
I was about to say 5G is very
4G. It had 4G and hotspot capabilities.
Wow. That's impressive.
And because they had partnered with it was either T-Mobile or Verizon, they could use
T-Mobile.
yeah, they could use the yeah, they could market it as a
Yeah, I remember going into a T-Mobile and seeing a PSP. I was like, what the heck?
yeah. There's PSP Go, which also had that same compatibility. I mean, by all regards, it's not the first time that that's happened. Who remembers the taco? Had goatsy on the front, if you look closely.
Okay, I think that's the most, like...
It's the N gauge. It's the N gauge.
Oh, the N gauge?
The N gauge.
Okay, well, now I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the buttons on the screen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're too young. Stay that way. Yeah, it had some impressive ports of stuff. Like, it had Tony Hawk, it had Tomb Raider, but, I mean, its competition was the Game Boy Advance, and, no. I'd rather just have a Game Boy Advance and a phone, rather than a N-Gauge.
N-gauge? That's a name I haven't heard.
Long. It's me.
Well, of course I know.
Yeah, I may not have seen Star Wars, but I've heard that clip before. Because there's an animation with
yeah,
it.
it's a very good animator.
Yeah.
He a friend. And
Your friend?
no, he is a friend. I don't know him personally.
And then he's not your friend.
No, he is a friend. Okay, when I use the word friend, it's more of like...
No, friend.
Yeah, I say
With
friend.
a D.
Yeah.
No, there's a D in there.
I didn't say friend.
But Casey, it's...
Shut up! Shut your mouth! Fighting it! Hello! I'm talking!
I don't think Artie heard any of what we were talking about.
No, I'm sorry, I had to do a couple things real quick away from the computer.
It's fine. We were talking about the N gauge and how it's goatsy with the numpad and the screen, and how nobody wanted an N gauge, and how the PSP was basically a phone because it had some of the ability. It had the ability to do calls. And
Really? I did not know that.
yeah, it only lasted for like a year before they ripped that functionality out. Getting rid of the foot holders. Oh, this is so much better with charged Mega Man. I know that charge sound is really painful, but I would have rather charged and gotten rid of the foot holders on the left side of the screen rather than dodge their shots. Because this is the random. This is the random movement. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make that. But welcome back, Artie.
Hello.
Yeah, we were worried. We talked about you for like a good minute about like.
Sorry, no, I had to do a couple of things, and I got some like voice messages from my husband. I had to like double check everything was all right, so
My
it's all good.
My voicemail box is probably full because I forgot my code to it,
Oh no!
Yeah.
and I never bothered to like
Google is telling me that I won't get emails past the 4th of March.
What?
Why?
My inbox is full.
Oh, I hate that.
So
They're
I have-
like, no more emails for you.
And then I cleaned out my inbox too, and it's still saying that it'll revoke access on the 4th.
Oh yeah, no, Gmail, they're like, oh, you have storage issues with something else? Well, now it's gonna be a problem for you.
Yeah, no,
Huh.
it's because I back up my photos.
Well done.
Yeah, right?
So
I hate that.
and I
hate
couldn't
that.
I couldn't afford $1.99 for whatever for their stupid service. One month, like for 1 month, and I was just like, you know, it's all right. I'll deal with it. And instead, they're like, no more emails after the 4th unless you can pay us. And I'm like, you're a piece of shit.
Oh.
So I'm renewing my stuff like a little later, so I'm gonna keep getting emails. But like, ugh.
The early 2000s were this odd time where they realized that the PDAs and game handhelds were eventually going to merge together. But there was still this aura of childishness around gaming, so they had to advertise it as a game for adults.
They advertised it to teens, right?
I thought we're still talking about the VR.
I am talking about the N-Gage.
Yeah.
The N-Gage they advertised to teens, right? And what they were doing were like, it's a cool phone, and it plays games, so you don't have to lug around 2 things. And it didn't work like that because there was no point. And like that was in the 90s, and only like a year or 2 later on, like Java phones were being phased out for smartphones.
I'm curious what games they had on there.
Oh, the N-Gage?
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
They had Sonic Advance.
It's Sonic Advance?
I had Sonic Advance, and you
Yeah,
had to...
Puyo Pop.
Yeah. The screen, though, was that weird aspect ratio for mobile phones, so it was vertical. So Sonic Advance and stuff, everything was cut off on the left and right side of the screens.
Puzzle Bobble, Crash Nitro Kart, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, sure, Superman 2, let's go for it.
Tony Hawk's skateboarding.
Pro Skater.
No, skateboarding, because that's a bad word.
Yeah, sure.
Then Metal Gear Solid Mobile.
Yep.
Resident Evil, I'm curious. Is Resident Evil even...
There's a plan for it. I don't think it ever came out.
It's showtime!
X-Men, Legends.
I don't think I mentioned, Artie, I don't think you got to see Charge Megaman yet. We can knock enemies over now that have shields, and we have a slide.
Slip and slide.
We can knock shields off of stuff, we can, stun enemies. The charge shot is just super powerful. So, getting the hard mode stuff shouldn't be too awfully difficult. I'm probably gonna have to pass the controller off to Casey once again when we do Yellow Devil Hard. I'm gonna be really interested in how you do this, by the way. Yellow Devil Hard. I just want to see if you can do it. No, his pattern doesn't change, but he has new attacks.
Oh, right.
He's got a laser.
Can we also talk about his voice actor for a second? Because that man is talented.
Oh, the voice actor of the Yellow Devil?
Yeah.
So, give the chat and Artie a rundown of what the Yellow Devil says in this game.
And then
Nice.
they repeat Mo multiple times. Or at least the first syllable of the word Fumo. So they'll go Fumo, 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 Fumo. It's that repeatedly. But you can hear I struggled with it. This voice actor just goes absolutely ham with it.
And he recorded multiple different versions of that for every one of the boss fights against the
That's
Robot Man.
incredibly. My cats are trying to fight over my desk right now.
Also, does anybody know... So, here's a question for my chat, and I need to know this. Does anybody know a good way to transfer save files onto the PlayStation TV? Like, save files for PSP. I know how to transfer them for...
It has an SD card slot.
It's not saved the same. For one. So the SD card slot for the for memory cards on the thing is proprietary.
Okay. Well, there goes my idea.
So what I originally had to do was like
There might be
hook it up.
There might be a thing to help with that.
Maybe I just have to get the DLC save files on this PSP, so we can check out Proto Man and Roll.
Warning!
So
Yeah! It's showtime!
So here on hard mode, just back to back. I don't think you can ever turn around though. Fully charged shots, by the way, will charge shots in general will actually take away the ability for you to beat the boss. So yeah, it keeps track of exactly what shot get the boss as a playable character. You have to do it with the single pellets.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if you fire off the fully charged shot as long as it doesn't get hit. As long as it doesn't hit anything. Which is a lot harder than it sounds because it's the size of you.
Nice job.
It'll hit him on the ricochet as soon as you like turn towards the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't want to hit him with this. As it comes through on the other side of the screen. Like Mario Brothers style. It's just that's not very nice.
No more shields.
That's one of my favorite enemies from the franchise.
What, the crazy cannons?
I love crazy games. Little Goobers.
Oh boy. Alright, so it's...
We should give Casey a sword. You're right, LRA.
I know the sword next to me means moderator. Or next to the name means moderator, but now I'm imagining Casey swinging a sword. I do actually do sword fighting.
You do. You actually do
Cool.
fencing.
Yeah, I fence. I've been practicing with a broadsword, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Don't lose a finger.
You can't tell Casey what to do. Free country, America.
Casey, why are you showing me 9 fingers?
am Pocahontas. I am strong.
You have nine fingers. Did I tell you that Mark broke one of his fingers?
Yes. Which?
Chat, for context, my husband's a powerlifter and sometimes lifts stuff that could easily kill him. He's safe while doing it, but also dangerous amounts of weight. But he broke his finger with a 20-pound weight doing like a very simple exercise on accident. It slipped and crushed his finger. And so now people at work are calling him 9 fingers. It's... We laugh because he does stuff. He has lifted things, again, that could genuinely end his life. But oops, doing a simple exercise on accident, oh, there go finger.
And I've seen Mark in person, so like, yeah, no, it's goofy.
Oh yeah, we giggle, we laugh. He doing okay.
It's a good
It's
spy
for
game,
sure.
says Elray.
Sounds like a death punch. Yeah,
Because
there's
five
5.
fingers death punch is okay.
Yeah, I know, but what about 9 fingers?
9 fingers? I like it. One of their album covers, I have to imagine if I can. But it's like horribly photoshopped extra fingers. Throwing them down the side of their
It's got 9 fingers on one hand. Artie, how many, if you could choose how many fingers you wanted, how many fingers would you want, Artie?
I'd want paws. Like big bappers.
So big bappers.
Yeah, and I guess however many fingers would come along with that.
Like Felicia from Night Stalkers kind of style?
Oh, I don't know. Google's character.
You'll know exactly who they are when you see them. It's another Capcom franchise. It's one of the...
Honestly, yeah, seeing that, I mean, I'd wear a little more clothing, I think. But, like, yeah, those pop cool.
Oh, there's a... so, Artie, believe it or not, that character's a nun.
Of course there are none.
That's my favorite part of the...
There is drawings of them in nun outfits, and it's the most wholesome thing ever. They run an orphanage, and they're in a fighting game.
Of course.
So, Casey, you practice...
I like that looking up images, like, most of the results are blurred.
Yeah. I'd believe it.
You know Japan.
I live life dangerously with safe search turned off.
Oh, I don't have blur turned on in my safe search.
I just don't care that much.
So Casey, you practice longsword fencing? No, I practice regular fencing, and I also practice with a longsword. I don't use the longsword typically, I'm more of a short sword person. But I do
Studies
know...
the blade.
Yeah, I do know my good way around...
Hey Casey, you know what I just noticed?
What?
I did that first try on hard mode.
Hey, yo.
Took you that long to notice, didn't it?
That
Perfect.
jump.
Ask, how's stream going?
It's going great. You should give me a follow.
Oh, joy.
Your spouse doesn't follow you?
Not yet, apparently.
Oh my god.
Shame.
It's going.
Chat, can we get a boo in chat for Karmic not following his spouse?
How are you doing, dear? Oh, he did the dodge roll. You missed
But
the dodge.
Gavin, they're a goat, not a deer. Casey's a deer.
Dodge roll.
I think people are being nice.
Karmic says he's already following you.
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Thanks for the follow, dude.
Yeah, he was like the third person on the follow list. Check.
Oh my god.
Listen. I don't know
Okay,
who
this
followed
fight is
what.
way more fun in freaking hard mode.
Yeah, I told you it's really fun.
I love how you scolded me for doing it in normal.
Furry says, everybody apologize to Karmic. Yeah, chat, everybody say sorry to Karmic now.
I'm sorry, Go.
Karmic! We didn't know! We're a bunch of goobers.
It's going pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with the progress so far.
I think the dodge roll makes this robot master pretty terrifying to deal with.
Like, he only dodge rolls on when he's slowing down time and when he's on the ground. Which, his dodge roll animation, by the way, is a reference to Axel's dodge roll from Megaman.exe 7 and 8, because he has a dodge roll effect if you double tap the dash button.
Oh, really?
That'll let you dodge shots.
Dumbdog says, I rescind my boo, and Karmic says, hope you have a good stream.
I hope you're having a good day at work, dear.
Gavin, they're a goat! Get your animals right!
I'm bad at numbers and animals and names and letters, and I just can't do school.
We need to bring Gavin to Old McDonald's farm, apparently.
Nice job.
Where I got the burger and fries. I did not actually see. Okay, I already had time. Time Man. Luckily, the different versions of characters do count as one, so I'm not worried. I don't have to worry about whether or not, like, okay, I have to do all of the stages of Mega Man, all the stages of Charged Mega Man, all the versions of Slide. Just do.
It could have been very much worse.
Oh, it could have been way worse. It could have been this stage on hard mode. Can you turn the light on, by the way? It's getting kind of dark in here.
You can't see.
Time to burn
No,
the
I can see. It's just a bit dark.
It's a bit hot. It's a bit dark.
Next, she's gonna complain that I'm not French. Dang it. Hey, see, did you have your headphones on?
No, I didn't.
Dang, Artie. She missed it.
El Rey says, Old MacDonald had a pterodactyl. E-I-E-I. That dumb dog says, what is a goat if not a deer reshaped by the rough hands of a mountain? I'm out of context sending that to my other dear friend. 1 second. No props.
Can you send that to Truman too?
Yes, I'll send that to Truman first.
Thank you. Because I don't know if he's I don't know if he's still here.
But yeah, the song is in a different tone.
Not different key.
Like a semitone. I'm trying to think it.
Karmic laughed in reaction.
Yes.
Because it sounds
El
like
Rey says, what is a goat? Throws wine glass.
Oh,
I don't know, what's a goat matter you?
we've got Castlevania jokes. We got Casey. We got Artie, and we got Mega Man playing in the background.
Read it like that. What is a goat? If not a deer reshaped by the rough hands of the mountain.
Shatters.
Miserable pile of secrets.
What is a goat? But yet a miserable goat. I know it's over there. I'm not grabbing it as Mega Man. I'm sorry. That screen is evil. I legit hate that screen on any difficulty.
I love it.
You've done it.
I never went for it because I didn't have to.
No, but you jumped over it.
Yeah, and I made it back.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'll do it as Fireman. Because Fireman can survive these pillars.
I do like his design though. He looks like an old brazier.
I have processed that as an old brazier, and I'm like, he's a bra.
Fireman is a bra. A dyslexic man walks into a bra. No comment.
Timothy's.
That's right, Chad. Follow for titties.
I also recently found out that my girlfriend did not name her cat Kibby, so I've been saying it wrong. Apparently, her cat's name is Kibby.
Oh well. I named the cat Buttercup.
That's a nice name.
It was a mean cat.
Oh, never mind. Oh, I see why you named it Buttercup.
Yeah.
Have I told you about why our black cat is named Keanu?
Yes, you have, but feel free to tell Chad.
So, sometimes I look out the kitchen window while I'm doing the dishes, and kittens appear. This happens sometimes. And so one of our rescue kittens is a little black kitten. And she's very much cryptid. We love her. I'm a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, mostly in part because of Gavin. He started me on this path.
And I will never stop.
Everybody names their black cat Shadow. And I'm like, this is a black cat that has a little white tuft, just like Shadow the Hedgehog. But everyone names their black cat Shadow, and I can't do that. That's so lame. And so at first we did not know this cat's gender, because a solid black cat minus a white tuft, you just can't see what's on the back end. You don't know. And it took a while for us to get up close to her. So we thought she was a boy for a while. So at first we were naming her Black Doom. But out of context, if you don't know Sonic, that kind of sounds really bad. And so we're like, okay, we probably should name this cat something else. And my brother's like, what if you name it Keanu, for Keanu Reeves, who's gonna voice Shadow the Hedgehog? And I'm like, honestly, that's a really great name for a cat. But then we get her inside, we rescue her. And after a while, we realize she's not a boy. And I'm like, you know, we're not changing her name. Keanu's a cool name, but everyone calls her a boy, and we're like, no, we just learned way late in the game that she lacks male hardware.
Male hardware.
So what you're telling me is Keanu Reeves is trans. Understood.
Yeah. No. Ellery says, did you ever watch the movie Keanu? It's about a cat named Keanu. I haven't, but I should.
I have also not. We did play Stray. That's a game about a cat. I keep saying I'll stream it and then I don't. And
we now have a solid orange cat, Dean, who is the half brother of Keanu and her sister Smokey Jones. We have kitties. We like cats.
I like cats too. I just don't have time to take care of cats.
That's so real. Like, I was doing alright with 2 cats, but 4 cats is a lot more effort.
I think when me and Truman get our own place, eventually we might get a cat. I don't know yet.
If you give me until the spring, I can probably provide you with a couple more kittens.
Oh, it won't be until we move and we're comfortable. Like,
I keep joking with everybody that we're just gonna, because we're at cat capacity.
We brought you a housewarming gift. Here's a cat.
Honestly, like, watch out. Good idea.
It goes in a little fruit basket.
Oh my god, that would be so cute though.
It's like that. It's like that Family Guy joke of it's that guy that always brings the really inconvenient gifts. Hi, Peter. Brought you a housewarming gift. Here's 2 tropical fish. You have to feed them every hour on the hour. Well, do you have the food? No, silly. You have to get that at the tropical fish store.
Mom, man, that's really dangerous.
That reminds me, my mom just got another cat.
Oh wow.
She just raised a kitten named Salem.
Oh, I'm guessing that's a black cat too.
Yep.
That's a very common kitty name.
Named it Salem because Salem witch trials and black cats and all that. I'm surprised she didn't name it Binks, considering she likes focus.
Yep.
But she got a new cat and named it Cosmo. I asked her why, and she said Cosmo Kramer.
What?
She doesn't even like Seinfeld.
That's confusing.
I was like,
I mean, Cosmo is a pretty good kitty name.
Cosmo is a great cat name, especially for another black tuxedo cat.
Oh, yeah. For a tuxedo, yeah.
No, but they're both tuxedos. They only have a little tuft of white. That's it. Now, if they were built like Maxwell, I said Maxwell is a great name for a tuxedo.
Is that not the name of the cat that does the oop-dee-dee-da-dee, you-dee-dee-da-da, that one?
That's not the actual name.
Nice job.
So people just called it Maxwell the cat?
Yeah, its name is like Mia or something like that.
Oh.
Well, okay then.
Stop and freeze!
I can't wait to drown in your house when I come visit.
I never said I'm getting it right away.
No, I know.
So here's another thing. Mega Man 1 did not have the water physics yet from Mega Man 2 and onward. So water doesn't do anything different, it just looks different. That was actually one of the things they really debated about, and they just decided, no, we'll save that for the sequel. We'll have like a good explanation for it. And then they didn't make a sequel.
I have a question. Oh, never mind.
What's the question?
Are you able to cross
Oh,
slide over that?
yeah, I could have. I've got one more pass at this stage, so it's fine.
Okay. I didn't know if that was an oilman thing.
No. That is not a problem.
You were holding your charge shot and instead of shooting the oil that just floated up towards the surface.
I like that the slide is slightly different on ice. See the effect?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I was paying attention.
that is only in ice stages. I know
Oh,
that.
I can see why this is more annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah, their patterns are way more erratic than the original.
they're a pain. And if I,
We're gonna be here for a while, yeah. Oh, no, man.
I'll just wait till we get through Electmans. Oh, right, no, we already did Electman stage.
Wait till we get to the stage ever.
Yeah, and normal and easy, those are all predetermined patterns. It's only here that it's only hard.
I see it.
Yeah. So down here is a Fireman exclusive path. Fireman can melt the snow. So I did do this stage on hard without the charge shot before.
You honestly should have had that.
I should have, but it didn't come down low enough. Honestly, a lot of this stage is just going to, a lot of this game is going to just be me struggling, trial and erroring a lot of stuff. It's not going to be until we get to the other main games, like, that you're going to see me just, like, breeze through, and it's going to be like, okay, now next game, gotta change up some stuff on the back end, have fun. And the Powered Up is just like that. It's just really a shame that this game didn't do well, because it is amazingly designed. It got 8 out of 10s across the board, but Mega Man is just that neat. Like, recently, Mega Man 11, which is the best-selling game in the series, recently got 2 million in sales. The game came out in 2018, and people were like, wait, it just got 2 million? But, like, Sonic did so much better. And I'm like, yeah, because Sonic's super popular. Mega Man is far more niche, because Capcom didn't market him properly. Everybody knows him, but nobody, that's one of those, yeah, everybody may know it, but it doesn't mean people actually play these. And it's annoying, because I love these games. So I keep convincing people to try to play them, and, like, try them out and stuff. And when they do, people generally like them. Like, they walk away, they're like, I'll pick up the next one when it comes out. Like, that was fun. But it's hard enough to get people to be interested.
There's something.
So that's just a me thing.
I open a paper for a moment, and like the top post is another post about my city being out of salt again. They're like, no guys, it's not actually a problem. We have to stage an emergency so we can buy more salt from somebody besides one guy. This is such a weird situation.
What in the? It sounds crazy. It sounds like some.
Yeah.
It sounds like bullshit that like the Trump administration would make up. Like, what?
I don't even. There must be like some policy and procedure that they have to do it this way, because the post yesterday's emergency declaration allows the city to obtain rock salt from other vendors while maintaining our relationship with our current vendor. and like then some other stuff. But yeah, so I guess they just like the current vendor must not have had enough salt, so they're like, we need to buy salt from other. This is such a weird situation.
What I'm thinking is
There's salt.
maybe they raised the price on salt.
Oh my god, yeah, probably.
They probably raised the price on salt, so now it's harder for the city to get their hands on salt.
So like,
so they needed to declare a state of emergency so they could
buy
buy
salt from somebody else.
Yeah. Because maybe they had something on the books where it had to be through that specific vendor for some reason, because like
Yeah. Again, it's got to be some sort of policy that like you can't just buy salt from another unspecified. Government bureaucracy is wild. My job is affected by a lot of stupid stuff from government bureaucracy. I don't know about that, but like it makes no sense. It's stupid. It's dumb.
What I find really weird about all of it, though, is in the last year or two, I've gotten pretty good at, like, following politics, and every time I learn something, I'm like, oh, it makes sense why it would go that way. And then I'm also like, I don't want to be a bureaucrat. Why do I understand this? Like, I will never need to—
I'm sorry, Revolta going the fucking Salt King will put a curse on your ass if you do not buy from him. Understandable, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's—
everything that I can see clearly now, the salt is there.
What, Casey?
The Roadrunner themselves will come to your home and take your salt.
You okay?
You gotta keep a little dirt under my pillow for the dirt man.
This is what Big Deer doesn't want you to know, is that you get salt from other people.
Damn, the diner down the road is out of salt, and they can't get new salt because the Salt King's a tyrant.
Thank goodness. Right, Mega?
You battled and defeated my robots without destroying them.
The Salt Mage is coming for your
Thanks to
town.
your efforts. You are great help.
When I was in one of the photo rooms, like waiting in line at A&E, there was somebody came in who was Sir Bud Light, and then there was a wizard that was Sir Bud the Wiser. I got a photo. It's really funny. Oh my god.
That's actually really good. I feel like they came to that con together.
Oh yeah. They had like the whole outfits and stuff. Hellray says, Mr. Plow's a loser, and I think he's a boozer. And,
I think something I'd really want to do is get a cloak that can fit Casey's head underneath it, so I can just be a wizard running around on...
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Yeah, exactly.
There was somebody, when I went to the Ren Fair with my friends back in September, I was Skaven, and for people who don't know what a Skaven is, I was a giant rat. And there's somebody who made armor out of, I think, either Lowe's or Home Depot, like, plastic bucket bits, like those big gallon bucket things, and, like, cut it up and made, like, actual decent-looking armor out of it.
That's really cool.
Right?
I actually crafted a bit of armor myself. I had a hand in making some of the armor plates for one of my friends for
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I ended up with furs in my ears for a little
Oh no!
Because she was like, yeah, you can do it at once, it's fine. I'm like, no. Told her I'm gonna have the gloves on. She's like, no, you don't have to. I proved her wrong.
Yeah, I have been in the business of proving people wrong lately.
That dumb dog says, he'll rain down a curse so foul your grandkids will taste the bitterness. Or does he curse you so you don't have salt, so everything's just bland?
You know how you get, like, a lot of chili powder?
Yeah.
And, like, it's, like, just really bitter and spicy now because there's just too much of that. It's that. Replacing your salt with chili powder.
Ellery says we need Pepper Hero. We are just running parallel to the plot of Pizza Tower with salt. The salt is Pizza Head, and the tower is my city. And Pepino Spaghetti is the government. Mamma Mia. Free Luigi.
Careful, Artie. If you say salt too much, I might make it into an actual game. You forget I'm working on a game right now.
The dumb dog says Assault Mage versus a Pepper Paladin!
So I assume Paprika is like a rogue?
I don't know.
Warning.
I don't know.
Paprika
I
has to
feel
be a
like I'm
rogue.
making a Burger Time RPG, and I'm really scared of that.
Oh, seasoning samurai or something.
Seasoning samurai.
Cajun King, what's another alliteration? Those are C and K, that doesn't actually work. Wizard.
Wizard.
Our game has
Elris
light.
is a Dobo assassin? Ooh. What class and seasoning would you be, chat?
Ooh, that's a good question. What would the chat do?
Alright.
You first.
Well, me?
Yeah.
What would I be?
What season would you be and what class?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I'd be a Takin thief.
None of the seasonings I like are easy to alliterate into a class that I also like.
I mean, then again, thief isn't a class, it's a subdivision of rogue, but it still works.
Oh, it's a class sometimes.
Basil Berserker!
Ready?
You know what? I'm not.
Human Khajiit? Oh, wait, I'm stealing that one. My husband used to, his persona is based off his Khajiit character from Skyrim. Or Morrowind or something. Mustard Monk! Oh my god, these are good.
I think we should document all of these. And then just put it on a sheet and then just start like an RPG. We should do a food-based D&D session.
I'm gonna tell Truman you found
A
his
one-shot.
Butter Barbarian.
Lemon pepper red mage.
Ooh. I like that. Oh. Yeah, Reaper red mage. Like a Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Guys, if you're not careful, I haven't been shopping yet, but you're giving me way too many ideas. Like, tonight I'm doing a bacon spinach pizza.
Ooh, I'm coming over. Give me a couple hours.
Yo, Artie, I will save you a slice.
Please. It's like, vacuum seal it and mail it to me and like, be good.
I don't have a vacuum sealer.
I have a vacuum sealer that was Mark's mother's, and for a while it was at my parents' house, and so my brother used to just vacuum seal random Among Us plushies and like hide them in things for gifts.
Wait,
My brother's like
Alright.
pro at like trolling
oh
for
yeah,
presents.
this is where I have to come
Yep.
back on the mic.
Yeah, you get the controller again. Good luck!
Garlic
I was trying to
Guardian.
stop it
Ooh,
because
that's
he
a good one.
slid forward and I couldn't stop in front of him. Bacon spinach pizza eater. It sounds good. Alright, so, my turn?
I'm probably gonna. You have charge. You have. His weakness is the exact same.
I have to unlearn my brutalities from 5,
Of what?
which is
This
to always
is the first.
charge.
A robot made for combat? Well, you're gonna have to get out of my way.
Yeah, you can use fire. Fire is still his weakness. It does the same amount of damage.
Oh, I'm at a huge disadvantage.
You've got 4 lives. You just taking the death?
No! His pattern changed!
Ready?
Okay, well I have to relearn this shit, and what if it were random?
Good luck.
Chat and people who I also share with Gavin, you guys need to wish me the best of luck. I have no idea how
Get the lucky salt.
No, let's screw those. It has to be Himalayan pink salt for me to do it.
I think we have some of that downstairs.
Hardy, don't sprinkle that all over the office, please.
We're honestly doing really well today. As far as, like, everything's concerned.
Rain says, Emily and Pink Salt Thief. And Dumb Dog says, I'll ask the Salt Mage to bless your Mega Man battle. Or would like the Salt person be like, yeah, Mage?
You can only do the double
Witch?
on the classic version.
Oracle. That's what I'm thinking
So
of.
nervous.
See, an all-seeing eye.
Ready?
All salty eye.
A blind witch.
The Sandwich.
I like that.
So, like, fun fact, there's a place in Massachusetts, specifically in, like, the Cape Cod area, that is, the locality is called Sandwich. And so the police there are the Sandwich Police. I have a photo of one time I was in Provincetown and someone from the Sandwich Police was there.
So what do you think of the new attack?
That's the least of my concerns.
I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds. My cats are fighting and I need to intervene.
Go to the left.
Why?
You didn't hit him.
Because I was so distracted from... You said go to the left wall.
I thought he was gonna do the other laser.
How about you just shut up for a second and focus?
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This battle has to go on longer now. I like how Mega Man says, oh.
So his other laser, he crouches down and shoots from closest to him up to the right wall, and you have to jump.
Okay, so anytime... So I think I figured it out. I think I figured out the pattern.
I'll let you keep that information. I don't think there's a playthrough on the internet right now where they do all of these back to back, by the way. Like, there's playthroughs where they're cut together, but I don't think anybody's ever done, like, easy, normal, hard for all of these things in one go.
Okay, there it is.
You have to go up to the left wall, and then just before he's about to move it, you have to jump. I think you got this. Cat stole the chair, be back in a few. Well, alright.
You know what, Artie? You should put your cat on the mic.
No, we're not doing that stupid game.
We were on a call, she went to use the bathroom, so she left her phone on her bed, and her cat just starts meowing at me.
Thanks, game. It's open. Don't do that. You got this? Honestly, this is the hypest fucking thing.
What, me being able to do it for you?
Just watching this, like you being able to do this at all. Like this is no, it has nothing to do with you. It's just seeing this done live is something.
What, almost like you?
No, it has nothing to do with it. It's just, if you, it's something for chat to get excited about.
Oh, you!
He was open.
You act like I should have been. That.
Do you think the yellow devil's lemon flavored or banana flavored? I think he's that super like lemon head flavor, like that really stupidly bitter taste. Demon Dog says tastes like an egg pudding. Maybe. I think it's bitter lemon. The better question is what's the green devil? You gotta take care of him.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get the higher ground because I can't reach them enough.
You charge that. You're not gonna grab the extra line? Nope. Egg pudding. Interesting. I don't know. So in Japan, he's called the rock monster. He's only called the yellow devil over here in the States. Your charge shot can take out. What's your worst flavor? Also, Banana Laffy Taffy. No, Banana Laffy Taffy is good. Banana Laffy Taffy is really good.
Warning!
I wish that banana didn't go extinct, so I could actually try the banana itself. No, Banana Laffy Taffy is good. If you ever want to talk about a fruit that, like weird fruits and stuff, some things like that are weird, like avocados. Avocados are weird. So they're specifically, they're from, like, the way they're built, with, like, the giant single seed in the center, is the way all fruits used to be, but that went extinct, minus the avocado. There was just not enough getting to avocados in order. It's a prehistoric plant, which is interesting. It's the only one of its kind.
That dumb dog says, I feel like the worst would be banana flavored medicine, and yeah, you're right, that would be so cursed.
That would be that would just be bad. I feel like that would make people throw up.
Yeah.
What flavor do you think the Yellow Devils would be?
He said something about egg, and I could see him being kind of yolky. That or like a lemon custard?
I figured it would be like a super bitter lemon head.
Yeah. It's because of all the evil, because he's devil. Whoa.
Maybe he tastes like a deviled egg.
Yes.
You know, the Capcom Cafe does really neat game-related food stuff all the time. I don't think they've ever made a Yellow Devil dish.
That's...
They've made Megaman dishes before. I don't think they've ever done a Yellow Devil.
Ellery says he would taste like lemon squared.
No, that's the Block Devil. They've done a Metzel burger. They've never done a Yellow Devil.
That's for shame.
Like, you could do a really cool curry out of it.
I think
Ooh,
you would
yeah.
do better as a pudding.
I mean, that would work. You could do like a jello.
Oh, yeah. I could see it, yeah, like a custardy pudding thing.
Okay, so the thing to remember about Firestorm is it has that shield bit. Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't do anything. You just stood there.
You distracted me because I was in the zone. I was in the zone.
The Auto Zone, the Pizza Hut, in that.
No, I
Or
literally
at least
was like
I'm
so
sorry.
focused and I forgot my focus broken. What were you saying?
I was just saying, remember that the Firestorm has some range.
Does that count?
Yeah,
I didn't realize the fire shield around you counted.
yeah. The only thing is it's got a hit. But yeah, it counts.
Good old Ellery says, "Welcome to the Casey Zone!" And that dumb dog asks, "What if each glob that he breaks into is a different flavor?"
Ew.
What if they all complement each other?
Weird. What if it's like Fruit Loops? It's a homogenized fruit flavor. Okay, this yellow color, but he tastes like blueberries.
He just tastes like freaking meat.
Oh, that would weird me out. That would weird me out so much.
A jello.
You know, you can still shoot while you're flashing. You just stood there and watched him after you got hit. You can still shoot.
Yeah. Just. Go for it.
You want me to get to the boss real quick?
Oh, I was just saying, go for it.
Oh, I'm bad at this.
Are you now?
You'll watch me game over, like, very quickly. That's what you're gonna win.
He is like one of those sherbet mixes that just has all the flavors. Ellery says, "He tastes like flan. I want flan. Buy fantasy flan."
So,
I can see him as a flan.
the Green Devil. What's he taste like? Green Devil's from 8 and Megaman.exe. Lime. Just lime.
Do you want a pistachio flavored jello?
Matcha.
Ooh.
There.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
I had, I watched a video of somebody being like, Matcha just tastes like grass. Or at least that's what I thought until I had somebody teach me how to make matcha. Now it tastes like fancy grass.
Fancy grass.
And I'm just like, matcha doesn't taste like grass. My husband, who was watching this with me, looked over and said, fancy grass. Sometimes he's just a ghost. Alright, I'll try it once. I'll show you guys that I suck at this, but... You're given a lot more room in the NES version.
Ellery says, fancy grass made me laugh so hard.
I suck at this.
Ready?
Let me give it back to Casey. If she can just remember to hit the yellow devil,
Warning!
then we can be done with this part. Okay. What ends friendships?
Yellow Devil.
Mario Party, Mario Kart, the Yellow Devil,
Too much weed.
Call of Duty. The gallon of milk that you left at the store.
Does anybody else hate that feeling of going into a store, wanting to buy something, it's not there, so you walk back out? Does anybody else hate that feeling?
Oh man, why did I bother coming here?
Honestly, I'm fine with that feeling. Because I've just kind of gotten used to it. Because I play a lot of video games, and trying to find specific ones can be a pain. The chairs.
Yeah, that caught me completely by surprise.
Alright said, sometimes I walk into the store without wanting anything in particular, just so I feel like I did something that day.
That is a whole ass mood.
I do that a lot, actually. Like, every time we go out for groceries, I'll suggest places to go. We'll go into stores, we won't get anything, walk out, and I'll just be like, I did something. I went to a store.
I was around a bit.
I got my exercise in. I walked downstairs and back up again.
Yeah, I walk around quite a bit.
That's kind of my exercise regimen, considering that I drink a lot of water.
Well, we also eat a very weird diet compared to what I see a lot of people eat. Like, we eat a mostly low carb, high water intake. A little bit of exercise. I don't like going to stores and just buying stuff. I don't think there's a point. I like to find excuses to stay out, but I will find also even more excuses to not buy something. I used to practice walking into game stores just to not buy something.
I respect.
I'd look around for hours, and then I'd pick something up, oh, I really want this. And then instead of actually buying it, I would walk around the store for the next 15 minutes, contemplating if I need it.
That's a good habit, honestly.
It's one of the habits that's helped me save quite a bit of money, believe it or not. Because I used to just buy stuff. as you're.
I had a bad impulse buying habit when I lived at home, but to be fair, I didn't have bills then. My hack for I love going to the thrift store, and I usually try to find stuff I'll actually use or wear or something. But sometimes I just will if there's something really weird, I'll just take a picture of it, especially for t-shirts, because sometimes you just find a weird t-shirt. I'm I'm not gonna wear this, but I want a picture of it because the concept of it is really weird or funny. And that keeps me from spending too much money. It's just oh yeah, let me just look at this, I'll take a picture so I can show my friends of this, weird thing I found, and then move on with my day.
I know my husband wants to buy new furniture when we get our place. And I keep having to stop him from looking at furniture stores and stuff. Because I'm please don't. But we already discussed it. We're most of our furniture, we're going to Goodwills and stuff to buy it because we want something nice but also cheap.
Yeah.
Because all of our furniture right now, minus I think one chair and one table, and I think a desk, is IKEA. And it's trash. It's absolute garbage.
Yeah, IKEA prices are good, but quality is very iffy.
My desk right now, it's okay. I like it, but the drawer is too small. It's only got the one drawer, so I can't separate or organize anything, ever. So, I don't know.
It sounds silly, but
Fucking done.
Job.
Holy shit.
Heyo.
So up, down twice. Jump. Up, down, down. That is the fucking, that's the win condition.
Chat said, woo! If that ain't at least worth a follow and a subscribe on the YouTube, that, a follow on here, I'll subscribe on the YouTube, go
Quick,
for
drink
it.
the yellow double before you explode. Yo, chat, I got you. I wanted it to
It didn't make the noise.
I wanted it to make a slurpy sound.
I was waiting for a slurp sound.
I do want the water, because
Yeah,
I've been talking for a while, and I've been talking for 3 hours, and I haven't had a drink.
Nope.
Okay.
I want my water.
Holy cow, that is...
Actually, it's been 3.5 hours.
Yeah, 3.5 hours.
Pretty yapping.
We've got 2 more stages left to do on the hard mode. So, oh boy. I don't mind the final boss hard mode. It's difficult, but doable. I don't like this stage of hard mode. So, I will gladly bring charge to Megaman. So, as a kid, all of the records online just say, oh yeah, to get all the bosses, you need to beat them Buster only. So I thought, okay, if I beat the final boss Buster only, I will get Charge Mega Man and Slide Mega Man. Only to learn that was wrong. It has to do with beating all of the stages on easy, normal, and hard. So, the internet lied to me for the latter half of this. Also, he can just, bring you up to those spikes and kill you. That footholder is evil. One of the most tricky versions of the disappearing blocks. 4 to 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes, roughly. I made one of them last night.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say sorry. I was just really hungry. I haven't been eating a lot lately. I'll buy another one. I was gonna tell her I will buy you another one. It's been sitting in there darn near 3 weeks.
It's funny that she said she forgets how long it takes. You know what my rule of thumb is? put it for 400 and watch it.
Well, if they are upset about it, like I said, I was going to tell them, hey, I'm gonna buy you another one, but they didn't come downstairs anytime between 12 to 3 o'clock.
They don't really come down at all.
Which,
The only time they come down is to get water, or... They don't even drink water.
no, they drink soda, and they keep buying a thing of soda and then taking it upstairs. Because...
So in chat, Revolta says, okay, I think I've managed to get the coif to a stable enough stage, so I'll be heading to bed and continue to watch from there. Nice. And El Rey says, the internet told me there was a Mew in that truck by the SSN. Woof.
The internet says a lot of things.
I saw SSN and I was like, are we talking about Pokemon? I didn't hear anything before that. I didn't even read Mew. I just saw SSN and went, oh, we're talking about the Pokemon franchise.
We're talking about the truck.
We're talking about the truck?
Yeah.
The one that thing?
Yeah. If they're upset about the pizzas, we can go get more pizza. Like, literally the only thing that I have been eating throughout most of the day is I eat dinner.
I think she's afraid of getting yelled at or something. Like, that's why she doesn't come out and talk about it.
Don't really yell that much. But yeah, no,
The Mock says, remember, kids, always trust the internet and never question anything you see or read.
Yeah, no, I was gonna buy more. I legitimately was waiting, but they didn't come down after last night. Once Furry got home, they didn't. Outside of telling me that they're telling their friends that they're not gonna be on the earth this Sunday for doing missions, and then that was it. That was it. And then they immediately scurried upstairs too fast for me to say anything. So, shrug?
El Rey asks, y'all remember reading from Super Cheats?
I never did.
Yeah, but I hated that website. Like, it's not a good, it was never a good layout. And most of the cheats on the website were not true in the case of, like, stuff that I was looking up. Like, they had passwords for Mega Man 3 that were just flat out wrong.
Last night, speaking of something, I had to use the password system for Rockman.exe.
Yeah.
And I did not remember what the password was for level 5. So I looked it up, and then I put it in, and I was like, alright, Chad, we're continuing. And I started out as Eric McCart.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. I did pretty good though. I died, and then it was like, select your character. Oh, okay. I guess we played Eric McCart for like 1 section.
Strange.
They didn't like say, oh yeah, it's gonna be this character.
Oh, cut me out. I'm glad you did. 'Cause that's gonna make this end game area a little bit simpler.
Why am I so
El Rey
meticulous with this
says-
pattern?
I don't know, he's annoying. I don't really know how else to put it.
Yellow Devil Mark II is a little annoying. It's not bad. The one that stands facing the screen instead of rotating.
Are you talking the one from 3? That's the block devil.
Oh, that's a block devil? I thought it was the
Mark 2 is the power battles.
Oh, my bad.
I'm like, that's why I'm confused.
In chat, El Rey says, there was always some fun reading through the cheats and thinking there has to be some good ones hidden within the bullshit.
No, it's
Reading reviews on IGN.
it's BS all the way down.
Oh my god.
Oh boy,
I always give
their-
IGN a new one.
their review for Mario and Luigi Brothers Ship. Can we talk about this? I played Brothers Ship, and they gave that game like a 2. What? I'm like, I'm playing it, and I'm like, how? Why do they think this is bad? And I've come to the answer. IGN just doesn't like RPGs. They don't like RPGs. They don't like Sonic.
7.8 out of 10. Too much water.
Yeah.
It's really funny. I can hear every other sound effect except for the music.
Yep. Welcome to Charge Sound 101.
This is a bad example.
Once I do this one on hard mode, the only one left after that is the Wily Castle, and everything else is a cakewalk. Like the final Wily. And then it's just a matter of beating a couple bosses, Buster only, on easy. And we'll have a full clear as Megaman.
Dumb Dog says, I love the constant sound of the charge sound. It's so good and not at all distracting.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is the sound that everybody wants to hear. It's the sound that everybody knows they have to hear. It is the sound you're stuck with.
Its frequency is really funny.
It's
I
terrible.
don't like it.
It's
Like, trust me, I've heard bad ones before. Like, people complain about the one
that one's a bit annoying.
It's not bad. It's not as bad as this freaking...
It's like, oh, if you hear people complain about it, just be like, you've never played Megaman Powered Up.
It could always be powered up.
And to which they'll probably go, I haven't played that game because I didn't know the PSP. And then they'll be like, you should check that game out. Or they'd be like, that game doesn't have the charge because it's a remake of Mega Man 1. It's like, it's got a lot more than you let on.
Somebody clearly doesn't 100% their games, or fact check.
When I was younger, in middle school and high school, I used to go into the comment sections of places and fact check certain people on stuff. Like, I tried to have a discussion, because what else was I gonna do? There was one dude totally convinced that Mega Man was called Mega Man in Japan, and that Rockman was a completely different character. There was one person who, like, this would happen all the time, right? Like, there'd always be somebody just trolling for hee-haw's sake, but some of these people took that to a dumb level. Alright. That one thing I don't like about the boss rush here is that we don't get any health refills at all.
Oof. Trust.
So you just gotta beat all 8 without ever stopping.
Were there health spells in the original?
No.
No.
But they were spaced apart differently. So there was only 6 bosses in the original. And one of them you had to... 2 of them you fought on the stage before, on this stage, and then the other 4 you fought on the next stage. And there was enough space to part between them. Cutman, the easiest, and Electman, which is most consider that the hardest, Fireman. And that made for the boss fight to be set up a certain way. Here, because you can only have 8, because you have to fight all 8 back to back, it just makes the game way harder.
You're officially game 10.
Yep. We're doing pretty well. Notifications. Achievement. Nice. I think we're doing good. I think next week's gonna go a little bit smoother. Not because I think that today went rough. I think I started out a bit rough, but that's just because I'm rusty.
Warning.
Yet you say that. You say that. Me dealing with the yellow devil. Casey, this is your problem. Scoots me into the room and closes the door behind me.
No, I mean commentary.
Commentary wise?
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't done this in over 2 months?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, I wasn't the best when I came back after a long hiatus. I never mentioned to anyone in chat.
I mean, I didn't mention any of my stuff either. But there's...
No, I know what I'm saying, but it makes sense you'd be rusty.
I'm hoping that over the next several streams, things will ease up a bit. Okay. Yeah, this run's gonna end, but I tried. 3 left, 0 lives, 1 hit. Chat, go ahead and pick a boss door.
Yeah.
You're not the chat.
Not related to Boss Door, but that dumb dog says, even with all the time between your last stream, I think you've been doing very well on this. And El Ray says green. Casey says that one. And El Ray says, like me. That dumb dog says top left.
Warning.
Top left already finished.
Party.
You guys are goobers. I'm hoping that Twitch can become something nice. I'm hoping that next week, when I do the YouTube uploads and stuff, things will ease up a little bit. Like I said, next week we're doing even more powered up and some art. And we're gonna space things out in between. This time around was strictly a Mega Man run, and I figured, why not? We'll unlock the characters. Unlocking the characters really is what I feel is 100% in this game. I know there's more to it, but it just feels right that way. I'm hoping, I'm hoping that by the time that we're done here today, that we've at least gotten all the hard mode stuff done. I might do some of the easy mode stuff to say we're done with it. That way then I can save and an old school run.
Volta says, even as I lay down on my bed, it calls to me. You can finish it just a few more minutes. My back hurts really bad now from being hunched over for so long. That's so felt.
You always take breaks, always do stretchies. Do it. Do the thing that do the stuff with the thing.
Okay, my cat's trying to type on my keyboard right now. Apologies if I like disappear. BB, no. Chat doesn't want to read that. BB.
What did they write? What did they write?
Bunch of mismatched hoo-ha.
Let the cat type says alright. You know what? For a bit, just let the cat type.
She already left. She didn't want to be associated with the stream.
Let the cat
Problem boss. There's 3 problem bosses, in my honest opinion. Electman, Fireman, and Gutsman. Everybody else isn't too awfully bad.
That was me with Slash. First man. 7 for a little while.
And with the bosses not flinching, it makes this just way harder. I should have just stayed there. I thought he was moving up, and then I realized right after I jumped.
Alright, so my favorite Mega Man boss is Man-Man.
Man exists, but it's not what you think it is. A lot of people have seen what's colloquially referred to as bad box art Mega Man from Mega Man Cross Tekken, or Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and that box art from Mega Man 1 is bad. Well, in Fully Charged, they made reference to it. That guy shows up, and he's called Man-Man, and it's just a dude with really poor armor. And yeah, I don't know.
Incredible.
You guys can look it up. You can see what Man-Man is.
Oh, that's literally just a straight reference!
Yeah, and he's a character. He shows up in like 3 episodes.
Oh!
He's important to the story. He teaches Mega Man about having confidence in being him.
That's incredible. That dumb dog says, "I love that design so much."
It's a potato cannon, by the way. Which is another reference because some people thought that the Buster was shooting either lemons or potatoes.
That's incredible.
I like this, where it's like, wow, he looks nothing like I thought he would, and then it would just show
And then you see how he actually looks.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It is a pretty snazzy outfit.
It is!
I love how he has the tape on his utility belt, like in case it comes off.
It's goofy.
He going to Comic Con.
Man.
Playing at a convention.
Alright, I'm gonna have to dip because my husband's home, but it's been a good 3.5 hours, almost 4.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around for so long.
Wait, I'm sorry, I gotta read this. El Rey, looking at Man-Man and ... Alright, that's how I'm exiting. Have a good rest of the stream, friends.
Alright, catch you later, Artie. Thank you for stopping in.
Of course, later.
Bye, Artie.
Alright, so I don't think we're gonna finish the rest of hard mode in 10 minutes. If I can at least beat the stage, that would be something.
Also, what if jumping off the wall be more difficult than just walking over it?
Probably. I need to remember I have a slide. I could have avoided taking damage on that last hit.
I don't like the slide in this game.
Oh, it's not good, but it works, but it's not great.
It's actually slower when you're running.
Yeah, I know. It's because of the lag beforehand and afterhand. It's because it's the one from 8. If it wasn't the one from 8, it wouldn't matter. So I thought I was gonna have a ton of problems with normal mode. What? Yeah, I thought I was gonna have a bunch of problems with normal mode, and then I ended up not having that many problems. But now that we're coming to the end here, I'm realizing that maybe doing hard mode was not in the cards at all today. Maybe I should have chosen a different way to go about it. But I've been flip-flopping about what all I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do a Mega Man run, and if that was it. I couldn't figure out what order. There's just too much content here. Okay. So there's that. We've got one left, and all we have to do now is stay alive. If I can stay alive, we can get more health and have a shot at the boss. A shot, a singular shot. Nope. I didn't realize he jumped until after I was in the air. Chat.
Are you hurt? Are you okay? It must have been tough.
For the sake of work.
Well, we did all but 2 stages on hard. We did 1 stage on easy. I'm gonna save, because I haven't saved in a little while. I think this puts us higher than my practice run? Yeah, it does. Well, you actually beat more stages here than in my practice. Let's go hard on this intro stage real quick.
2000X.
We can skip cutscenes. So what you get for unlocking hard is that you actually get to play as Mega here, or Rock, if you're playing in Japanese, throughout the entire game. And he has a single kick that's his attack, and it only works when you're in the air, making him the ultimate de facto hard mode. No, I hate. Okay, Smash Brothers Mega Man is the worst interpretation of Mega Man because it's literally just the NES game. There's no personality at all. This is just the NES game. That is just the NES sprite. But look, there's feeling, there's emotion, the movements, you know, are there. Smash Brothers Mega Man is just the sprite, and it hurts so much that when you see X and
He even had more motion in 2.
like yeah,
Because I'm counting cutscenes, but
yeah, and it's because they kept that emotionless face throughout the whole thing. It's like that's not right. That's not Mega Man. The way he moves isn't right.
his final smash, where it's all the different Mega Man from across the timeline, and dimensions and stuff. Like
The year
that was cool. They all
2000X.
had different emotions.
Even
except
Proto,
for him.
even Proto Man and Base fit better in that Smash, that final Smash, because they've got emotion. They've got something more to them, which drives me nuts because it probably is what kept more people from trying to play as Mega Man, because his facial structure, because of the face, because of the way he stands.
He feels so stiff and just fake.
And then when Smash Ultimate came out, I was really hoping they would have done what Mega Man 11 did and made him more personality, because it looked like they were really trying. Instead, we got Base and Proto Man in the final Smash, no other changes. And I was like, really? You didn't care enough? Like, even Mega Man 11's, his pose is more, has more emotion than, like, all of it. Like, even here, he's got an idol. Like, he bobs a little bit in his idol. Mega Man doesn't move at all in his Smash Brothers, except for blinking. Which, yeah, his NES sprite did that, but if we're running by that logic, then why does Mario blink? Why does Mario have a cape? Why does Mario have a hammer? He literally, he didn't have
I feel like the only excuse is because they are a robot. Rob has more emotion.
It just hurts, because it's like, you can do something with this. You just have to try. And
Yeah, because here's the thing. Mega Man has a face.
have you ever...
Rob is only just...
Mega Man's in another platform fighter, too, since then. He's in Brawlhalla.
He's in Brawlhalla?
He's in Brawlhalla. They added him last year. And guess what? It's his Mega Man 11 iteration. And guess what?
Good job.
He has personality. It just drives me nuts. Alright, chat. It is about time for me to wrap this thing up. We have been going for almost 4 hours now. We've beaten the 8 stages on normal and hard mode. We beat the easy, normal, and hard mode of the intro stage. And the easy, normal, and hard mode of the Yellow Devil. We did normal and hard for the CPU 1. And we did normal on both Dr. Wily and the Copy Robot. We unlocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Robot Masters out of the 8 possible. So, next stream will be Tuesday, I believe. It'll either be Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm setting them up on the later half of the week. And we'll pick right back up where we left off with trying to get these bosses. And then... we'll probably do Classic. We'll do the original Classic mode, and then we'll come back in here and we'll do some of the Robot Master playthroughs. And then once we're done with that, the final stream for this will be your guys' construction stages. So go ahead, boot up an emulator, send me the save file, and we'll play all your custom stages. Check out the Discord in the channel or wherever it is, because Casey knows. You guys will know. There's links to the Discord, the Twitter, the Blue Sky. You can follow me on here. You can subscribe to me on YouTube. I have been your humble host. Good night, everybody.